To 100% South Park, the Stick of Truth, I must team up with Cartman and his troops, fight off our evil counterparts, the elves, get abducted by aliens, discover what dark secrets the government is hiding, make sure I'm in bed by 8 PM, and most importantly, get back the one relic that controls the whole world, the Stick of Truth.
Deep in the lands of Zaron, the humans of Koopa Keep struggle to stay alive as they are attacked by the wicked drow elves of Larnia. Darkness falls as the humans beg their king to save them, a noble king known only as the Grand Wizard. For 1,000 years, the battle has been waged, with only the bravery of the Grand Wizard to protect his human followers. But even though the Wizard King is so undeniably cool, the drow elf armies continue their attacks. They seek the humans' most treasured relic, the Stick of Truth. But the tides of war are soon to change, as news of a new kid spreads throughout the land. In order to save the humans, the Grand Wizard must get to the new kid before the drow elves can manipulate his mind and use him to take the sacred relic from human hands. For whomever controls the stick controls the universe.
It was time to create my very own South Park character. I went with some nice brown curls, a hoodie, and of course, some eye bags. Very realistic considering how much time I spend 100% in these games.
Well, I think that's everything.
We did it, hun. We're really moved in.
It's a new beginning for us. Things are finally going to be good.
Do you really think it will be better for him?
They won't look for him here. We just need to make sure he doesn't attract any attention. Come on, let's see how he's doing.
Sweetie? Hun, you all dressed?
Hey, champ. How do you like your new room? I know it's a big change for all of us, but, son, do you remember why we moved to this quiet little mountain town? He doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember at all.
That's good he doesn't remember.
Sweetie, we want you to have lots of fun here. Why don't you go out and make some friends?
Right, get outside and play, son, like normal kids.
We've got some money for you on the kitchen counter, sweetie. Just be back before it gets dark.
Yeah, we love you too.
As you can tell, I was a very talkative kid. After learning the basics of movement, I had a look around my new room. Inside the closet, I found a bag containing 50 cents and some baseball cards. Hell yeah. The bathroom was next, where I took care of business, then, for whatever reason, stored it in my pocket. I cleaned myself off with a shower before rummaging through the drawers, taking anything else I could find. Naturally, I looted the kitchen too, before discovering that I could beat people up. I spoke to my parents, who both told me the same thing: go outside and make some friends. Damn. Okay, that also introduced me to the quest log. From here, I could keep track of my current objectives, along with any quests I'd already completed. Right now, my only objective was to make some new pals. So that's exactly what I set out to do. In the garage, I found a chest containing some cash and a wig, and just ahead, 2 kids were battling it out on the pavement. The blonde one needed some help, so I jumped into action to save him.
Hey, no fair, that's cheating. I'm gonna tell my mom.
Thanks, kid. I didn't realize he had a health potion. My name is Butters the Merciful. I'm a paladin. I live right next door to you. We should be friends.
And just like that, my very first friend was unlocked, Butters. He told me that the Wizard King lived a few houses down, so I nervously followed him over.
All hail the Grand Wizard!
So, you are the new kid. Your coming was foretold by Coldwell Banker. I am the Wizard King. But the time for talk is not now. Let me show you my kingdom.
Before heading out to the backyard fortress, I did what any respectable player would do and stole everything I could from Cartman's house.
Welcome to the kingdom of Koopa Keep. Our weapon shop here is tended by Clyde, a level 14 warrior. Here you can see our massive stables, overseen by the level 9 ranger, Scott Malkinson, who has the power of diabetes. And here, of course, is the breathtaking and lovely Princess Kenny, the fairest maiden in all the kingdom. Don't ask why Kenny wanted to be a chick, it's just how he seems to be rolling right now.
Out back, I met Clyde and Scott, bringing my grand total up to 2 more friends already. Climbing the ladders gave me a beautiful view over the town before I finally spoke to Cartman, or the Wizard King, or whatever the hell he calls himself. He told me to choose a name.
You entered douchebag, is that correct?
Or not. Apparently I'm just douchebag. At least I got an achievement for it though. Next came choosing my class. I had Fire, Mage, Thief, and Jew. I went with Thief. I've always liked lightweight, quick classes in games like this, so it was perfect.
We welcome to our kingdom, Douchebag the Thief.
Hooray!
Now please, go and visit the weapon shop, procure yourself a weapon and we shall teach you to fight.
Next, I need to grab myself a weapon from Clyde. His shop has various goods available, but for now the only thing I could buy was a rogue's dagger. So I picked it up for the bargain price of $2.34. Not bad. It even came with an ability that grants 1 power point from perfect attacks against bleeding enemies. I equipped my trusty new dagger and it was finally time to learn how combat worked.
Ah, you have procured a weapon. Yes. It's now time to teach you how to fight. I want you to take your new weapon and, with the bravery of a noble knight, beat up Clyde. What? Kick Clyde's ass, new kid. What'd I do? I'm the king, Clyde, and the king wishes to be amused. Go on, new kid, kick his ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. Clyde, you have to wait your turn. That's lame. No, Clyde, it's like olden times. You have to wait your turn, like in the Middle Ages, Clyde. I know it's lame, Clyde, but that's how we're doing it. All right, douchebag, bash Clyde's face in. Don't be shy.
For basic attacks, I had to click whenever the weapon flashed to actually deal damage. Power attacks worked the same way, except with a right click dealing much heavier damage. After that, Cartman taught me how to block.
The key to surviving in battle is not to get hit in the bows. Clyde, it's your turn to attack. Douchebag, protect your bows.
Or, as he put it, protect my balls. The timing for blocking was definitely trickier though. I genuinely missed it so many times that Cartman eventually just gave up trying to teach me.
Alright, you know what? Never mind about blocking. It's not that important. Just let them hit you, it's fine.
Next up was learning how to spend power points. So I used my thief ability, dealing heavy damage while also causing bleeding. That was some serious damage. And now it was time to finish him off.
Ha ha ha! Dude, that was awesome! You were all like, beam, and Clyde was all like, nah. Okay, you proved yourself worthy, douchebag. Now come inside the war tent and I shall let you see the relic.
Next, I made my way inside the war tent where Cartman was hiding a relic.
Well, here it is. The reason why humans and elves are locked in a never-ending war. The relic for which human and elf are willing to die. The Stick of Truth. Just 2 days ago, we took the stick back from the elves. Our kingdom was dying, but now it thrives. For whoever controls the stick controls the universe. Don't gaze at it too long, for its power is too much for mere mortals to look at. Now that you have seen the Stick of Truth, let's discuss your dues. Being a member of my kingdom costs $9.95 for the first week, $4 of which is tax deductible.
Alarm! Alarm! Alarm!
Someone has sounded the alarm!
Alarm! Alarm! Alarm!
What is it?
The elves are attacking!
Oh my god! Defensive positions!
The elves were here. I was officially a trained fighter now, and it was my duty to defend the Stick of Truth. Every time I smacked one of these elves, I was thrown into another Pokemon-style battle where each side took turns attacking. The elf struck first, and clearly I hadn't improved much at blocking. Thankfully, Cartman tossed me a potion that I could use to restore my HP. That's when I learned one of the best mechanics so far. Every turn, I could use an item and still attack afterwards. As long as I stayed stocked up on potions, I could keep healing round after round. Even so, I just kept getting hit over and over. Something had to be wrong, and turns out I was right. For some reason the game told me to press space to block, when in reality I had to right click my mouse. The moment I figured that out, I started blocking attacks with ease. I also learned that perfectly blocking every hit from an enemy lets me launch a counter attack. I opened with my stealth ability on the bottom elf, since he was the biggest threat, blocked the archer's arrows, then give him the exact same treatment. Our first real battle was a success. It rewarded me with XP, a bow of sucking, a health potion, and a power potion too. There's still plenty of elves left in the camp though, so the job wasn't finished quite yet. I went to smack the next elf when I discovered that enemies in the riposte stance can counter melee attacks. That means I need to rely on arrows or abilities instead, so I pulled out my trusty new bow and sniped the archer standing in the back. The elf at the front immediately switched stances again. This time he was reflecting, meaning he'd counter ranged weapon attacks instead. So I pulled a move he'd never expect. Backstab. 2 down, 1 to go. I also learned I could loot the bodies of defeated enemies. The last few elves were busy beating down Butters, so I jumped in to help. And that's when I was introduced to another enemy type. This one carried a shield. Shields block a certain number of hits instead of a certain amount of damage, meaning attacks that land multiple strikes are perfect for breaking them. I went with a basic attack, landed all 3 hits, and the poor guy didn't stand a chance. After finishing off the final elf, I'd successfully defended Cooper Keep.
Drow elves, fall back! Fall back, I say!
Yes! Awesome, dude! Take that, you asshole elves! Better luck next time! Na. We still control the universe! It's gone. What? The Stick of Truth. The elves got it. That was your one goddamn job, Clyde! To guard the Stick of fucking Truth! Clyde, you are hereby banished from space and time! What? No! You can't do that. Yeah, I can! You're banished and lost in time and space!
Yeah, go home, Clyde!
You fought bravely on the battlefield, douchebag.
Yeah, this new kid may be a douchebag, but he sure can fight!
Shut up, Scott. Nobody cares what you think. Anyways, we have a bigger problem now. The Stick of Truth has been stolen, and we must assemble our entire army in order to get it back.
But our 3 best warriors still haven't reported for duty, my king!
Our newest member can take care of that. Douchebag, I want you to go out into the neighborhood and find my greatest warriors, Token, Tweak, and Craig. I'm texting their pictures to your personal inventory device now. But beware, the lands outside are full of marauding drow elves, monsters, and 6th graders. Be sure you're well equipped. Now go! And send my warriors here!
That victory pushed me up to level 2, where I found the abilities tab and could finally spend an upgrade point. I decided to upgrade Backstab. After that, I learned about the fast travel flags scattered around the town. Back at the weapon store, I spotted a Chris dagger that dealt 11 to 16 damage. This thing looked pretty sick, so I bought it for the low price of $5, and that also unlocked my very first buddy, Butters. Inside the party tab, I could choose which buddy followed me around, and they'd help out during combat. For now though, Butters was my only option. Before leaving Cartman's house, I decided to have a little look upstairs. I rummaged through his drawers, taking everything I could get my hands on, before doing exactly the same thing in his parents' bedroom, and I instantly regretted it. In the bathroom, I found some pubes and decided I'd invaded their privacy enough. Back onto the streets we go. I unlocked Cartman's garage, where I found the first collectible of many, a Chin Pokemon. These things were hidden all over the map, and if I managed to collect every single one, who knows what might happen. I couldn't explore any further down the road though, thanks to a family of rats blocking the way, so instead, I headed into Butter's house, made friends with his parents, and looted his room for anything useless. Among the haul was a Hawaiian ID card. Amazing reference. Back outside, I made friends with a ginger kid before spotting another Chin Pokemon hiding up in a tree. I used the bow to knock the collectible straight out of the tree. Nice. I opened my quest log to figure out where to go next. My objective was to recruit Token, Craig, and Tweak into Cartman's army. They were all scattered around different houses in the neighborhood, so I wasted no time getting started. Well, not before getting ambushed by these pesky elves. At least I had some backup this time. I was able to use Butter's healing touch, restoring my HP back to full. And even better, healing doesn't even end my turn, meaning I could patch myself up and still attack afterwards. I also took a look through Butter's abilities. He had Hammer of Justice, which throws his hammer at a single melee target, or Hammer of Storms, smiting every enemy in a column with massive shock damage. Since this fight was 4 versus 2, the choice was pretty obvious. Using the Examine tool, I could also see any status effects currently affecting me, and at the moment I was bleeding. So I opened up my inventory, used a cure potion to remove the negative status effect, and just like that, I was as good as new. With my newfound knowledge of healing and status effects, clearing out the rest of the enemies was no problem. Then it was back to going door to door, trying to recruit new members for our army. I suppose I should probably knock before trying to handle though. Eventually, I found the right house.
You looking for Craig? Well, he can't play. He's in detention. Something about flipping off the principal.
I spoke to Craig's father and found out Craig was stuck in detention. Not ideal. Before dealing with that though, I still need to find Token and Tweak. Wandering into yet another random house earned me a second quest.
Greetings, human. While I would prefer to explore strange worlds with you, it is illogical to abandon the bridge until the captain returns. The captain is my Bob. I can't go outside when she's not home. But the Federation has an urgent mission for you. A tricorder was left behind on the frozen planet of Hoth. Only it's not a tricorder, it's my dad's iPad 2. I need you to beam down to the Omicron sector and locate that device before it falls into Klingon hands. I think it fell out of my backpack near the church.
I'll deal with that one later. But seriously, I really need to start knocking first. While exploring town, I stumbled across the police station, so naturally I went inside. There I found a prisoner who asked me to find the cell key and set him free. While searching the station, I climbed a bookshelf, crawled for a vent, and somehow ended up in the room where they keep all the police gear. This escalated very quickly. Sadly, none of the equipment was up for grabs though, but I did, however, find a cell key. Perfect. I have absolutely no idea what this guy did to end up in here, but he's free now. You're welcome. Further down the road, I came across a priest.
Oh, what sad times these are when the nation's youth run around in dungeon clothes playing the games of Satan. Young man, if you really want power, there's only one thing you must do. Find Jesus. Find him, and when you do, return to me.
He wanted me to find Jesus, and I knew exactly where to look. Earlier, I'd walked past an empty church, but I had a feeling it wouldn't be empty if I went back. And sure enough, I stepped inside, and there he was. Jesus himself.
You found me. Tee-hee-hee. Next time finding me won't be so easy.
Apparently this was some kind of twisted game of hide and seek though. I headed back to the priest.
Do not despair, for many find Jesus only to lose him later. But the soul that does not abandon its search will surely be rewarded with his company. Remember that.
Safe to say he was pleased. He also gave me another quest to find Jesus one more time. Just ahead there was some kind of commotion. This poor girl was being bullied. So I stepped in. Thankfully for me they were all pretty similar enemies without any special abilities or gimmicks. It was simply a matter of picking them off one by one. By this point I was getting pretty good at this whole combat thing. I took down the mean girls and unlocked Annie as a new friend. Next stop was the city hall. Of course I robbed the place dry before speaking to what I can only assume was the mayor.
Hey kid, maybe you can help us with something. All these homeless people in South Park are making us look like a cold and heartless town. If you could go and beat the crap out of all the bums and vagrants, they'll leave town, and it'll restore South Park's reputation as a compassionate community. You gotta get every single one of those bastards, okay? Chop!
And she asked me to beat up every homeless person in town. And honestly, that's somehow one of the more tame things that's going to happen in this video. Before properly focusing on my quests, I decided to do a little bit more exploring. In a new part of town, I found an open sewage hole, and I thought climbing inside was a fantastic idea. So I did. I didn't make it very far though, there was a gap that I couldn't cross, and I was absolutely not risking getting drenched down here. Inside the post office, I found an interesting looking package addressed to the one and only Mr. Slave. I also made friends with Mrs. Biggle. At that point, I finally took another look through my quest log. There were quite a lot. The quest marked with this target icon are side quests, while the ones with the Stick of Truth icon are part of the main story. I decided to stick with the main quest first. My next objective was to find Tweak Bro's coffee. After checking the map, I saw it was just straight down the road from where I was, then a right turn. Right before reaching the coffee shop, I noticed a strange man whispering to me from behind a tree. This seemed like a completely normal situation, so I walked over.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt you. It's me, Al Gore! You know, Al Gore, I'm super important. Alright, look, I've detected some very strange activity in this area. I believe we are dealing with Man-Bear Pig. Yes, the Man-Bear Pig. I know you're scared, but I need help. Take these and place them in the location specified on the Man-Bear map, Pig. And now I'm going to make you my friend on Facebook. This is very prestigious. You have my email now, but don't give it out to anybody. I'm super serial. Hurry! We must know if Man-Bear Pig is here or not.
He handed me 3 sensors that I need to place in different locations to track down what he called Man-Bear Pig. Sounds like a problem for later though. Inside the coffee shop, I met Mr. Tweak.
Welcome to Tweak Coffee. Coffee made with ingredients supplied by local organic suppliers. It's local coffee, brewed locally.
Tweak? Tweak! Have you picked up the fresh local ingredients?
Not yet, Dad. I'm still trying to do all my chores.
Well, hurry up, son. The family business is relying on you.
He wasn't actually the person I needed though. It was his son who was working in the back.
What's this? Huh? Now? The guy's baby now? Oh, there's no way, man. It's way too much to do. How am I supposed to do all this? Wait, you! Could you go get the 4 o'clock delivery for me? If you do, I can finish here and then I'll still have time to play. Please, would you? It's at Kenny's house, like always. You give them this, they'll give you the delivery.
Tweak gave me a pickup order that had to be completed before he agreed to join us, so my next stop was Kenny's house to ask his mum about the delivery.
What? Oh, this isn't for me. This is for the nice people who are renting the guest house out in the back.
I opened the garage, ready to speak to the lovely family about the package, but first, dress up time. A bald cap and an evil Cartman goatee. I may have looked suspiciously similar to a certain man who likes to cook, and that's exactly the look I was going for. You see, some achievements in this game are story related and can be permanently missed. For this one, I had to dress up like Heisenberg and defeat the meth heads living in Kenny's garage. So, let's do this.
Hey, that's not the usual kid that picks up the package.
Huh? Oh, shit. It's a kip!
I'd gone from fighting kids my own size to fully grown crackheads. I opened the fight with a backstab on the weaker meth head at the back, before finishing her off with a hammer attack. Next up was the leader, standing at the front. He got exactly the same treatment. I blocked his attacks, kept the pressure on, and eventually he bled out from the backstab. Now we had the advantage. A 2v1. I finished off the last remaining enemy, unlocking an achievement, and after looting them, I spotted a chest. The only problem was the wall of flames blocking the way. Luckily, knocking down this plank, giving me a safe route across, let me grab the loot. I still hadn't found the package I'd actually come here for though. Out back, I ended up in a fight with a crazy hobo, and this guy had 243 HP, the highest we'd seen so far. Even then, he was no match for us. Still though, the package wasn't back here either. I headed inside Kenny's house where I made friends with Karen, and that rewarded me with some perk points. Turns out every time you hit a friend milestone, you unlock more perk points, and I had to befriend 6 more people before unlocking the next batch. For now though, I had 2 to spend. I increased my maximum health by 20% and picked up extra melee damage. I also made friends with Kenny's mum. Then I realized there was something back in the meth lab that I could break. Surely the package had to be there. While looking around, I learned that I could fart, very amusing. I blasted open the roof, let me place one of the Man-Bear Pig sensors, and unlock a chest containing a bloody club, but still no package. Seriously, I cannot be this blind. Turns out it was this little brown bag, and in my defense that did not look like something I could collect whatsoever. Now that I finally had the package, I returned it to Tweak.
You did it! You got the pickup! Oh, thanks, man. Dad, I finished my work. Can I go play?
Where's today's delivery?
Right here.
Yep, that's good shit. All right, Tweak, you can play for a little bit, but be home before dark or you'll be grounded. Grounded, like the fresh grinds of our all-organic Tweak blend, made with ingredients from local tweakers.
Thanks, kid. I gotta go get changed and then I'll meet you at the kingdom.
Tweak was now recruited, and our final member was Token. So I rocked up to his house, which turned out to be a massive mansion with security. I tried speaking to the security guard and instantly got pepper sprayed. Thankfully, my new quest gave me a hint. I needed to wear something that could protect me from the pepper spray. The problem was I didn't exactly have many headgear options. There was my basic hood and a druid crown that I couldn't even wear yet. To make matters even worse, there was already a video circulating of me getting pepper sprayed. Great. Further up the road, I found myself inside Jimbo's gun store, and this guy was selling everything. Swords, katanas, but more importantly, a gas mask. Exactly what I needed. It only cost $5, and somehow just from looting absolutely everything in sight, I'd already accumulated 55, so I bought it without a second thought. Looking good. I headed back to the security guard, and this time I was prepared.
What the fuck? Oh no!
Paul Blart, you messed with the wrong kid. During the fight, I learned a new Butter's ability. Mashing A and D swings his hammer around, and releasing it at the right moment unleashes one massive attack. The guard went down with ease, and that earned me a baton as a new weapon. Comparing it to my current dagger, the baton dealt 18 to 26 damage, while my dagger only dealt 11 to 16. But I was still pretty confused. When I selected the baton, it showed a down arrow, implying it was actually worse than my dagger, so I did a bit of research. It turns out this number beside the weapon shows how many times you can attack in a single turn. The baton hits much harder, but only attacks twice. The dagger, on the other hand, attacks 4 times, so despite the lower damage per hit, the dagger is actually the better weapon. After that, I looted Token's garage, found another Chin Pokemon, then stepped inside his massive house to recruit him.
Yeah? Can I help you? What's this? Oh, the L-stick the stick again? Hang on a second. Thank you for thy message, traveler. I shall make haste to Koopa Keep. Mom, can you drive me to Eric's house?
Well, that was simple enough. Now that every member had finally been recruited, I returned to Cartman.
Well, soldiers reporting for duty, Grand Wizard.
Nice work, douchebag. Now all my men are here and ready to fight for the... Wait a minute. Where's Feldspar? Where's my level 12 thief?
Hey, yeah, where's Craig?
He's in detention. What?
He flipped off the principal, so he's in detention again.
Oh my god. If they've locked away our thief in detention, we have no hope of getting back the Stick of Truth. We have to break him out.
Ah, no way, man. Last time we broke Craig out of detention, we all got in trouble.
Getting into trouble is a risk that douchebag is willing to take. You have to break out our thief, douchebag. But don't worry, I will not let you go unprepared. I'm going to teach you how to use magic. Meet me at the training barracks. It's time for you to learn Dragon Shout.
It was time to learn magic. So filled with excitement, I rushed over to the barracks.
You fight well, douchebag. But to truly succeed in combat, you must learn to harness the power of your fart. Farting on an opponent at precisely the right time is key to battle. I shall show you how it's done, but first, you must take the gentleman's oath. You must promise to never, ever fart on anyone's balls, okay? Farting on an opponent is necessary, but farting on someone's balls is not cool. Do you understand? All right, then let's begin your training. To conjure Dragon Shout, you must first clear your mind and take in a deep breath through your butthole. Like so. Huh? Then, let it rumble inside you, and... Dragon Shout! I'll show you one more time. Suck it in. Let it rumble. Dragon Shout! Now you. Ready? Dragon Shout! Find the frequency. Hold. Hold. My god, that was incredible. A man could live 100 years and never again witness a spell so boisterous. Could it be that the prophecies are true? Could it be that the Dragonborn has come at last, in our hour of need? Now let us try your skill on a real opponent. Hey, Princess Kenny. Could you come here a sec? Shh, don't tell him. Okay, just real quick, Princess Kenny. Sir Douchebag wants to show you something. All right, you two. Spar! Sir Douchebag, show Princess Kenny the magical powers I have taught you. That was hilarious! Dude, that was awesome! Oh, okay, good job, Sir Douchebag. That was sweet. Thanks, Princess Kenny. That's all for now. Okay, but dude, seriously, remember, don't ever do that on someone's balls, okay? Seriously. You have mastered Dragon Shout. From now on, it will be easier for you.
I'd officially learned the power of Dragon Shout. I'm sure that won't cause any problems whatsoever. I also unlocked a new ability that lets Backstab deal even more damage, along with a brand new party member, Kenny. Next on the quest list was freeing Craig from detention, so I headed straight to the school.
Craig, this is detention, okay? Stop looking at your watch because you're here for 3 hours, buddy, okay?
Whatever.
Now don't think your friends are gonna come bust you out this time, Craig.
My name is Feldspar, and I'm a level 6 thief, and the humans will soon rescue me from this tower.
No, your name is Craig Tucker, and you're in detention. Now start doing your homework. Okay, I've got all the doors sealed, and I've got hallway monitors working overtime. Nobody's gonna save your ass today, Craig, okay?
Excuse me, but school is out, and no students allowed on the premises until tomorrow at 7:30 a.m.
Apparently, I'd already upset the hall monitor. I opened the fight with a backstab, then I finished him off with Kenny's bow.
Officer down! Officer down! Send back up! I repeat, officer down! All hallway monitors to the right hallway!
Oh, god damn it.
Here they come.
They're gonna get you, Craig. You're not getting out of detention.
I'll be out of here in 10 minutes.
While exploring, I learned that combining Dragon Shout with an open flame creates explosions. Lethal. I also discovered that some enemies can be defeated without even entering combat. Instead, you can use the environment against them. For example, this Ginger is standing underneath a light panel. The light panel is barely hanging on. I shoot the light panel, the Ginger is defeated. Simple enough. A little further ahead was another blockage. Some obstacles require help from your companions, so I press Q to use the buddy command and send Kenny over to distract the Ginger.
Oh, wow. Boobies. Must have. Must touch. Boobies.
That worked even better than I expected. Just ahead was another group of enemies. I dealt with the first two by knocking down this bulletin board, leaving me in a fight against the main boss. He was carrying the key that I needed to continue. This seemed like the perfect opportunity to test out Kenny's abilities. The first one was Royal Kiss, where Kenny plants a kiss on an enemy's forehead, leaving them grossed out. I wasn't quite sure how the timing worked though, and completely messed it up. So instead, I had Kenny use Charm, lowering the enemy's attack. I gave Royal Kiss another shot, and this time I got it. All I had to do was hold left click until Kenny started sparkling. The ability also grosses out Kenny though, meaning he can't use consumables like healing potions afterwards, and somehow I'd still never used my mug ability, so I figured it was about time. I snuck up behind the target, stunned him, and stole an item straight from his inventory. This time it was sunscreen. How fitting.
More officers down! We're taking heavy casualties out here!
Damn it, you hallway monitors need to stop playing around!
He's got the brass key! He's some kind of dragonborn!
Now look, this is detention time, not time to play Dungeons and Dragons. And besides, he's never gonna get inside here because to open the door you need the gold key, and the only way to get the gold key is by getting the silver key. Okay, which even if he has the brass key, he still hasn't made it past the boss level.
With the fight over, I collected the brass key. Using it unlocked another room that's heavily guarded. Thankfully, the environment did most of the work for me, and I cleared them out pretty quickly. Inside, I found a student who looked like he'd been going through it. I couldn't get him to say anything, so I figured I probably needed a different party member. Sure enough, swapping Kenny out for Butters got him talking.
Thanks. I thought I was a goner. There were too many of them. They were too strong. Their hair too red. Maybe you could take the silver key and find the gold key. You can succeed where I have failed. Free Mackey's prisoners.
He rewarded me with a silver key, giving me access to the office. Inside the office, I grabbed the gold key from the shelf, then used it to open the cafeteria doors.
That's far enough, intruder. Where's your hall pass? No hall pass? Then it's time to write you a referral.
Oh yeah, that's the boss. Good luck fighting the boss, okay? You still think this is a game, young man?
That's when I got cornered by the hall monitor boss. This guy meant business, and he even brought backup. I decided to deal with his backup first, starting with the guy in the back. One backstab nearly finished him off, and the bleeding should take care of the rest within a round or two. Hammer of Storms was perfect for the two enemies at the front, dealing double damage to both of them, but unfortunately for me, these guys had healing potions. The boss then started channeling an attack, something I haven't seen before. From what I could tell, if I let him finish channeling, it was gonna hurt. So I drank a mana potion and used my Dragon Shout to interrupt him. I completely messed up the timing, since Dragon Shouts work differently during combat. Thankfully though, it still cancelled his attack, and that's when things started going seriously wrong. Every single Ginger decided to focus on Butters, and he went down. It was now me versus 3. At least that's what they thought, because I just so happened to have a few revive potions sitting in my pocket. Butters was back in the fight. With the backup dealt with, only the boss remained. But unfortunately, it wasn't going to be that simple, because apparently if the hall monitor fully channels his attack, you instantly lose the fight.
Hello? This is Captain of the South Park Hall Patrol. Let me tell you what your son has been up to.
That's it, young man. You are grounded.
Justice is served.
He was one hit away from dying. I mean, come on. On my second attempt, I nailed the fart timing perfectly and breezed through the boss fight. That earned me the hall monitor's locker key. Putting it to good use, I found a mace of restoration and finally made my way into the cafeteria. There, I freed all the kids stuck in detention, including Craig.
Damn you, Craig!
Thanks for busting me out, kid. Who are you? What's your name? Oh well, I'm heading to Koopa Keep. See you there, I guess.
I also reloaded my save, because I had to wear Freckles while defeating this boss for an achievement. With that done, I equipped the Mace of Restoration, since it was now my highest damage weapon. It also restores health whenever I land a perfect attack. For my ranged weapon, I equipped a dodgeball, and spent another upgrade point on backstab. That's easily my favourite attack so far. I headed back to Cartman to let him know our detention heist had been a success.
Gentlemen, thanks to the new kid, our entire army is assembled. It is my belief that the new kid deserves to rank up in level. To honor his efforts, he will no longer be called Douchebag. New kid, I hereby dub thee Sir Douchebag. Congratulations. But now it is time for us to take back that which is rightfully ours. A carrier raven has come with news that the Stick of Truth has not yet been taken to the Elven Forest. It is in the possession of the Bard.
The Bard? Oh god, not the Bard! The Bard is a level 10 drow elf who can use magic to enchant and destroy his enemies.
And he was so impressed with my efforts that I even got promoted to Sir Douchebag. I like it. We also discovered that the Stick of Truth was now in the possession of someone known only as the Bard. Before dealing with that little problem though, it was time to learn ranged magic.
I'm going to teach you how to use a ranged magic attack. It's not easy, but being able to cup a spell from a distance can save you in battle. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah! Let me show you one more time. Watch closely. Yeah! You see how it works? Now you try. Way back from where you're standing. Cup the magic, throw it at your opponent. Yes, yes! But now let us see how you fare against a real opponent. Hey, Malkinson! Malkinson, could you come help us with something? Shh, don't touch it, it's gonna be sweet.
Yes?
Hey, Scott, could you spar with Douchebag real quick? He's gonna try out a new move.
On guard!
Now, Douchebag, cup a spell! Dude, that was sweet! You threw that shit right in Scott's face! Alright, Scott, go back to your post. Thank you. Use it wisely in battle, Douchebag, and never on a man's paws. The carrier ravens are correct. The Bard is hiding out at the Inn of the Giggling Donkey. We must find him before he's able to take the stick back to the Elven Forest.
Let us find the Bard and bring him to justice!
Make haste to the Giggling Donkey! There it is. The Inn of the Giggling Donkey. Paladin, are you sure the Bard is hiding out in there?
That's what Twitter says.
Carrier Raven, Butters!
Sorry, that's what the carrier raven says.
Craig and Token, guard the back door. Butters, Kenny, Sir Douchebag, let's go inside. Stay close, Sir Douchebag. The Inn of the Giggling Donkey harbors the scum of Alzaron. A glass of meadle wine, please. No meadle wine today, only fairy ale. A pint of fairy ale, then. So, has, anyone seen the Bard lately? A cup of fairy ale isn't much if not accompanied by some bardic poems and songs. Sure, he's here, all right. He's got a room down in the cellar. Ah, and I shall pay handsomely for his services. Sir Douchebag? Butters, Douchebag, go down and flush him out. Princess Kenny and I will be waiting here to murder him. Remember, the Bard can use songs to enchant. Don't let him get to you.
Down in the basement, the hunt for the Bard officially began. We were getting that stick back if it was the last thing we did. And what a character this guy was.
Oh, Jesus, it's the Bard!
Prepare for battle, weaklings. Elves, fall in. Douchebag, it's a trap! You should have never come here, humans. I am a level 10 bard, and with my loot, I shall power up my elven guards with magical songs of enchant. 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 Magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment.
Before long, I found myself fighting 3 elves, while the Bard stood in the background singing songs that buffed them all.
There once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She didn't talk much, but boy did she swallow.
I gave my new ranged weapon, the dodgeball, a try. It bounced between enemies, landed multiple hits.
I have a nice lance that she set upon. The maiden from Stoneberry who is also your mom.
I also got to test out my new melee weapon, healing myself whenever I land perfect attacks. After finishing the fight, the bard immediately fled, sending even more elves after me. Now that I'd unlocked multiple farts, I could press E to swap between the basic fart and the cupped one. Opening the basement window let Craig climb inside. He then picked the lock, freeing us from the cellar. Now let's go and find that damn bard. In the kitchen, Catman was injured and completely surrounded. I cleared out the elves, then told Butters to heal him.
His powers were too strong. The bard, he's up in one of the rooms. They took Princess Keene. They took her upstairs. I'm sure they're gonna rape her. Don't let them rape Princess Keene.
Moving into the living room, I used my abilities to deal with more elves, opening the way for the rest of the team to get inside the house. And this next fight was insane. The boss was wielding a flaming sword, and it was absolutely cooking my health. Thankfully, I'd become pretty good at blocking by this point, and somehow managed to survive.
Where's the king?
He's over there. He's hurt bad.
Good thing my medicine skills are +4.
We'll revive the wizard. You guys get upstairs.
After changing up my gear a little, I headed upstairs, where it sounded like Kenny was in quite the situation, to say the least. I made my way into the bedroom. Using my dodgeball, I created a path that finally let me rescue Kenny, because apparently climbing onto the bed would have been far too easy. With Kenny freed, I earned another upgrade point, letting me max out Backstab.
Princess Keene, how badly did they rape you?
I can't get through. The door appears to be enchanted, so I can't turn the knob.
You can't hold the doorknob, Bard. That's cheating. Yeah, I can. I have the stick of truth, which means I control the universe, and I say holding the doorknob is okay. Ah, can he do that?
He has a stick of truth. He can do what he wants.
Damn it! There's got to be another way into this room.
And since the bard could literally break the rules just because he possessed a stick, I had to find another way to reach him, the attic. I used Kenny's buddy ability to lure an elf out of the way, and after climbing into the attic, I somehow ended up fighting a rat. This thing was vicious. Kenny was nearly dead after a single attack. Luckily, I just unlocked a brand new ability, Execute. It lets me absolutely pummel an enemy with a flying barrage of armor shredding, shield smashing attacks. Seems a little excessive for a rat, but let's give it a go. And I completely messed up the timing. I finished off the rat, cleared out the remaining elves, and found another chin Pokemon. Breaking a hole in the attic floor finally gave me access to the bard's room.
You've nowhere to run, Bard. Give me the stick of truth. Take it from me if you can, Wizard King. Step forward now and fulfill your 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 destiny. You are no match for a grand wizard. The stick belongs with us, and I shall use every bardic power in my class to keep it from you. Fine, you want to throw down, brah? Kick his ass, douchebag. Who is douchebag? That's Sir Douchebag to you, and he's about to teach you some manners, Bard.
This guy had 1600 health, and just to make things even better, he could summon rats. Thankfully, the rats themselves were pretty weak, but he could also put me to sleep with his songs.
Sleep now, the whippoorwills are dancing. Gently now, put your mind to rest.
This was the hardest fight in the game so far. I swapped Butters back into the party because Healing Touch was going to be an absolute lifesaver. Before long, the bard started channeling another attack. I readied a fart to interrupt him, but he was smarter than that. He covered his face, meaning he was completely immune. I tried everything I could think of, but nothing stopped the attack. He absolutely destroyed my health, and to make matters even worse, I suffered a mana overload, meaning I had a little accident all over the floor. I wasted no time chugging health potions, power point potions, and throwing absolutely everything I had at the bard. After finishing his channeling attack, he was completely out of breath. This was my one chance, and I took it. The bard was defeated.
The stick is ours! Yay!
After looting both the bard and absolutely everything else in the room, I returned to Cooper Keep.
The stick of truth is back where it belongs. Great job, men. Douchebag, for your heroic deeds and valiant self-sacrifice at the Great Battle of the Giggling Donkey, I hereby make you an official member of the Kingdom of Koopa Keep. Welcome to the KKK.
It's getting late. The Grand Wizard needs to go night-night.
Okay, Mom, thanks for pointing out bedtime for everyone.
It's a school night, hon. You and your little druid friends need to—
We're not druids, Mom! We're warriors and wizards!
Oh, that's it. You're going to bed. The rest of you better get home, too.
Along the way, I unlocked an achievement for fighting on animals 25 times, as you do. I also equipped a new weapon, the Crutch of Weakness, and decided it was finally time to tackle some side quests. First up was searching for Kevin's iPad around the church.
There you are! We've been looking all over for you. You are grounded, mister. You march right on home and go to sleep. Now I want you to go to bed and think about what you've done.
Or I guess not. Apparently I stayed out too late, so my parents sent me straight to bed. So I guess we'll do that in the morning.
Good night, little man. I hope you're as happy as we are. Everything is going to be better now that we're in this quiet little mountain town.
I'm having the dream again. Okay, this is dreaming.
What's happening?
Oh, Jesus! Jesus Christ! Oh, can we try the big silver one again? Oh!
Is this your first time getting probed? Yeah, it's a pain, but this is the kind of stuff you put up with living in a remote little mountain town. At least we don't have to deal with traffic. Hey, you broke free! Kid, you have an incredible control of your asshole. Get me loose too!
So, I got kidnapped by aliens and probed. I have no words. On the bright side, my freshly installed alien probe lets me teleport to beacons scattered all around the map. Pretty useful, all things considered. I made my way deeper into the spaceship, and this place was absolutely packed with traps. Lasers everywhere. I equipped an alien helmet, increasing my weapon damage by 10%, then used the teleporters to safely get past all the lasers. Before long, I found myself in my first fight against literal aliens. All three of them were protected by shields. Since each shield required 3 hits to break, I figured repeatedly smacking them with my weapon was the best option. I was already taking some serious damage though. Fighting without a partner was going to make this a lot tougher. I decided my only real chance of survival was to drink a healing potion every single round. Eventually, I brought down the first alien, and that fight also introduced me to speed potions. Drinking one of these lets me take 2 turns in a row, which made killing the second alien incredibly easy, before he even had a chance to heal. Apparently they can just give themselves another shield though. Great. After taking down the third and final alien, I unlocked a brand new ranged weapon, an alien ray gun. This thing looked insane. Using my probe, I activated the elevator and headed down. There, I found an alien suit which automatically grants a shield capable of blocking 2 hits at the start of every battle. Not bad. Using the teleporters, I eventually reached the top floor, and that's where I discovered I could actually hit enemies before entering combat. Doing this leaves them stunned at the start of a fight, causing them to skip their turn until they recover. Very useful. The aliens didn't stand much of a chance. After clearing them out, I activated a control panel to free Randy from the probe. This turned out to be a Simon Says style puzzle. I simply had to copy the sequence of colours. I didn't realise that at first though, so I immediately pressed the wrong one, and Randy got,
I think that's... Oh, no, that kills! Switch it back!
Yeah, let's try that again. Red, green, green.
I knew I could trust you, keep it up!
He was still stuck, but another console had now unlocked. After taking out another group of aliens and testing my new laser gun, which can hit multiple targets at once, I made my way over to the second control panel. Red, green, green. Apparently, that was wrong.
Oh, you gotta be close! Come on, try again!
Is this some kind of joke? Okay, finally, an easy one. Even then, Randy still wasn't free, so I made my way to the third and final console. Waiting for me was what looked like the alien boss. Thankfully, I managed to stun all 3 enemies before the fight even started, and that was going to be absolutely crucial. I immediately focused on the alien chief, who was very clearly in charge, and thanks to the stun, I landed not 1, but 2 backstabs in a row. Of course, he immediately gave himself a shield afterwards, and his space rage attack was absolutely insane. There was no blocking that. Thankfully, my laser gun came in clutch, letting me damage all 3 enemies at once. The alien standing in the middle got caught right in the crossfire. After taking down the chief, I drank a mana potion, then used backstab on the final alien since he kept dodging my basic attacks. With the fight won, I activated the controls, deactivating every alien defense system, then I headed back to Randy. Well, not before climbing down these ladders. Hidden among the trash was the alien conspiracy hobo. Great. This guy had 900 HP. I'm not gonna comment on that, let's just skip this fight before my channel gets deleted. I defeated the hobo, picked up some alien gloves that reward me with a power point every time I successfully block, upgraded my mug ability, found an alien probe weapon, finally completed the last puzzle to free poor Randy. Although I do have a suspicion he's secretly enjoying this. Yellow, blue, yellow, 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 blue, yellow, yellow, green, yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, green, red. That finally did it. I unlocked Randy as a new friend, retrieved the white power crystal, used it to access the cockpit, and found another chimp Pokemon sitting on a live feed of the entire town of South Park. Creepy. Before escaping, there was one final battle, the alien pilots, and this weird machine. The machine was an alien defense matrix. Its only job was to keep giving the aliens shield, so naturally it became my first target. I destroyed it within 2 rounds, then tested out my new alien probe weapon. Pretty effective. Since I was currently burning alive, I used a cure potion, took out the first alien, and finally managed to perform execute perfectly for the first time. The timing on that ability is seriously tricky though. With the last alien defeated, I crashed the UFO straight into South Park Mall, and the quest was complete.
Yes? At what location? How many people in the town? Get in there and cover it up. This could change everything. Get everyone moving. We've got another UFO crash.
Back in town, I met up with Carmen.
Oh my god! They came out of nowhere! There was a huge earthquake and then there was burning in my yard! Didn't you hear about it? It's all over the news. Here, look!
And that a large earthquake and several fires in the South Park area last night woke many residents from their sleep. Here with the report is a midget in a bikini.
Tom, government workers here are assuring everyone nothing out of the ordinary has happened. They claim that the only reason huge tents have gone up to cover this area is to mask the construction of a new Taco Bell, which will open sometime later this month.
Thanks, midget. I do love me some Taco Bell. The mayor of South Park states that last night's tremors and fires are under control and that hopefully schools and businesses can open again soon.
It's horrible. You don't understand. The elves, they took the stick! And it's bullshit because that is totally cheating. We specifically said no trying to take the stick at night. Elves are dirty little liars, and we have to lay waste to their entire base. You have some incredible ability to make friends quickly, Sir Douchebag. I'm sending you on a quest to go out into the lands of Zaron and recruit a whole nother faction to Koopa Keep. Find the goth kids and give them this letter. Get them to join our kingdom and we shall lay waste to the drow elves once and for all. Cheaters.
He explained that the elves had cheated by stealing the Stick of Truth during night. His solution was to send me a letter for the goth kids, hoping they'd join our side. Before dealing with that though, let's actually do some side quests. For real this time. First up was finding Kevin's iPad. It turned out to be sitting behind a tree just outside the church. I returned it to Kevin.
Well done! The galaxy is in your debt. Let it be known that I have been and will always be your friend. On Facebook.
And as a thanks, he added me as a friend. And it ended up being completely worth it because I'd earned another perk point. I chose Brain Food, which grants 2 power points every time I use a healing item. This one was a complete no-brainer. Health and power points every round? Yes, please. Next, I decided to return Mr. Slave's package that we found earlier in the post office. Since I already had it with me, all I needed to do was head over to his house. On the way, I found a kid hiding behind a basketball hoop.
Come play hide and seek with us, you're it!
Along with another side quest, hide and seek. I found the first kid, and what I can only assume was Mr. Slave's garage. Let me go ahead and move on. I found Mr. Slave, handed over his package.
Thanks, kid. My night is looking a whole lot better now. Here, if you ever need my help, use this. I can't help with any tough fights, though. I don't want to get a fissure. Come back and find me if you want to call me again, but give it a day. I go to a lot of parties.
And he added me as a friend. Of course, I decided to check out the neighbor's house too, because what could possibly be a worse place for a child? Not long after, I got into a fight with some elves, and that's when I learned Mr. Slave had actually given me something even better than a friend request, a brand new feature. Summons. This lets me call certain characters into battle to help me out. I'm sure Mr. Slave would be great fighting by my side.
Ooh, this could be kind of fun.
Next on the list was placing the final man-bear-pig sensors. On the way, I was able to fight on these rats to get them out of the way, before making my way into a forest, where I was immediately attacked by a pack of wild dogs. During the fight, I decided to test out one of Butter's new abilities, Professor Chaos. It costs a whopping 15 power points, which is literally my entire bar. This better be worth it. Butters transformed into Professor Chaos, spun a wheel, and randomly selected my enemy's fate. I landed on Chaos Storm. It was pretty effective. Eventually, I reached the country's border, and apparently getting into Canada requires a passport.
Ho! This is as far as you go, buddy. Ahead of you lies the great kingdom of Canada. It is accessible only to the most noble and valiant of people. Oh, no, you don't. I can see that you are not Canadian. And there's only one way a non-Canadian can ever hope to enter the gates of our country. You must go back to your land and return here with a passport.
Sounds like an issue for later though. This forest was an actual maze. Eventually though, it led me to a barn, exactly where the man-bear-pig sensor needed to go. I found another kid hiding nearby, then climbed all the way to the top of the barn to place the second sensor. Exploring a little further led me into the back of a truck, where, unsurprisingly, another hobo was hiding. Since I already had a quest to wipe out all the homeless camps, I figured I might as well deal with this guy now. That also unlocked an achievement for defeating 3 enemies while my buddy was knocked out. Eventually, I found my way out of the forest. There, I met a hobo merchant selling all sorts of supplies. I stocked up on some healing potions, and somehow only just discovered that weapons can actually be modified. I had a whole collection of attachments available, everything from level 1 all the way up to level 5. For my weapon, I equipped the alien energy crystal, adding 15 shock damage to perfect attacks. For my rifle, I chose the cold pamphlet, which drains up to 25 HP from bleeding enemies. That pairs perfectly with backstab whenever I need a bit of emergency healing. For my headgear, I equipped the alien defense matrix, granting 7 extra armor during battles. On my armor, I installed the ghost patch, which steals 10 HP from enemies every time I attack. And finally, for my gloves, the healer's patch, giving me an extra 25 HP whenever I heal myself. I genuinely can't believe I'd only just learned about these upgrades. Combat is about to become so much easier. After upgrading Mug once again, I headed over to the lake beside the church to place the final sensor. Using my teleporter, I entered the sunken UFO, where I found another Chin Pokemon and another hiding kid. Placing the third and final sensor, I returned to Al Gore.
Good job, Junior Algorian! With all the sensors in place, I can get a reading on my... I knew it! These are definitely hot man-bear-pig readings. Come with me. I must put this data in the data man-bear-pig base.
And made my way over to his storage unit.
Uh-huh. This is very interesting. The sensors have picked up man-bear-pig underneath the ground of South Park. If you know anywhere you can get underground, go there at once and run this defibrillator.
Inside, I found a poster of none other than Man-Bear-Pig. Pretty spooky. Al told me that the next step was finding a way underneath the city. Luckily, I already had the perfect idea. Before leaving though, I wanted to loot the storage unit first. The moment I stepped inside, a chaos alarm started blaring.
You have tripped about a chaos alarm, and now the Earth shall be destroyed in 10 seconds.
Apparently this place was going to self-destruct in 10 seconds. I was curious though, so I just stood there and let the timer run out. As expected, there actually wasn't any danger. The lights simply flickered back on. I made another new friend and found this strange investigation board, an entire sightings board dedicated to someone known as Mysterion. Alongside it was a suspect list trying to uncover their identity. Jimmy, Token, Timmy, and Cartman had already been crossed off, so I guess they aren't suspects. Interesting. I grabbed another Chin Pokemon, then headed back into the sewers. There I found another hiding kid and could finally explore further thanks to my teleporter. Using my rifle, I rotated this valve, letting me get past the toxic goop. I then used the tech Al Gore had given me on a nearby generator, before immediately getting ambushed by a mutant rat. After clearing out the rats, I met the one and only Mr. Hanky.
Howdy ho! Gosh, thanks for coming to visit. But here, every day is Christmas. So when I say howdy ho, you gotta say, howdy ho, Mr. Hanky. Give it a try. Howdy ho. Guess they let anybody down in the sewers these days. Who's at the door? Is that the guy with my pills? No, it's not anyone with pills for you, darling, okay? I called that motherfucker 3 hours ago. This is my lovely wife, Autumn. She celebrates Christmas with vodka and muscle relaxers. And here, every day is Christmas. Wait, where the f*** are my kids? What do you mean, where are the kids? You're supposed to be watching them out back, Autumn. No, they were being watched by the babysitter. The babysitter quit 4 months ago when you threw up on her. Don't you yell at me! Don't excuse us a minute. Don't you ever embarrass me from a stranger like you, Trey. You drunk on him, and you don't know where your kids are. Your kids too, you piece of shit. No, fuck you, and fuck you. Howdy ho. Listen, I gotta get my wife some help. Could you go look for our children? I sure would make it worth your while. There's Simon, Amber, and Corn Wallace. Tell them their father wants them home right away. My babies! Bring me my babies! You're a train wreck!
What a character. He asked me to find his kids. I'd already spotted one earlier, but I didn't want too many quests piling up at once. Let's finish our current ones first. I returned to Al Gore after placing his technology throughout the sewers.
Nice work. I will let you know of any updates on Manbearpeg. Make sure to share the news on Facebook. I'm super serial.
Quest complete. Now I guess we just wait for an update on the Man-Bear-Pig situation. Next I headed back to the church to find Jesus for a second time. Adjusting the lights revealed his silhouette, and I found him hiding behind the podium.
Well done, my son. I hope you didn't peek. Remember, I will always be at the side of those who have found me. You can call me once per day with this, but I can't help against bosses. They're scary. Come find me again for another.
That earned me 2 new friends and unlocked Jesus himself as a summon. Next on the agenda, the homeless problem. I found a camp near my house and wiped it out without much trouble. The remaining camps, however, were hiding down in the sewers. I decided to summon Jesus, and apparently his weapon of choice is an AK-47. Not exactly what I was expecting, but whatever gets the job done.
Lock and load.
I also discovered that summons instantly win normal battles, which is pretty sick. Obviously, you can't use them against bosses though. That brought me up to 4 out of 7 homeless camps cleared. I found another group, and these ones appear to be holding one of Mr. Hankey's kids hostage. Not on my watch. I defeated the hobos and rescued the first kid.
Thanks, kid. My drunk-ass mom sent me to get more eggnog and I got lost. See ya.
After that, I cleared out the 6th hobo camp, then fought through a swarm of rats to rescue the second kid.
Thanks so much, mister. I was afraid those rats were gonna get me, and I was gonna end up a floater.
Next came the final group of hobos. With them defeated, I found the last kid. She was in a bit of a situation though. I need to find a way to drain the water first. Thankfully, the solution was pretty simple.
Thanks, mister. I wish I had a safe and warm environment in which to thrive, but I don't, so I guess I'll go home.
With that sorted, all 3 of Mr. Hankey's kids were finally safe. I headed back to deliver the good news.
Howdy-ho! Thanks for finding my kids. Thank the nice man, Nuggets.
Thank you.
Anytime you need my help, you just call on me, and I'll be there sure as a shit on Sunday. Howdy-ho! Except against bosses, of course. I might have shit for brains, but I'm not stupid, and I can't help you more than once per day. Just like I can't help anyone who won't help themselves with rehab.
And that added the entire Hankey family to my friends list, and unlocked another brand new summon. Afterwards, I equipped a new ranged weapon, a broken bottle, upgraded mug again, and unlocked another perk, all out of bubblegum. This gives me the attack up buff every time I drink a potion. Any potion, meaning I not only get the potion's normal effects, but I also deal even more damage afterwards. I headed back to City Hall to let the mayor know the homeless problem had been dealt with, and by this point the side quests were nearly finished. We were flying through these. I also had an update from Al Gore, although it turns out I had to unfriend him first because he would not stop spamming my messages. So I made my way over to his storage unit to confront him.
You're back, Junior Algorian. But why haven't you liked any of my Facebook messages? Unless... Of course. You're no normal human kid. It's you, Manbearpig! I have you now! Let us fight to the death!
And he thought I was Manbearpig. Great. Definitely not the boss fight I was expecting. He was no joke either, 2,600 health. I also had a brand new ability unlocked, which was Stink Bomb. Throwing rotten eggs at an enemy grosses them out, preventing them from healing, while also removing any buffs they currently have. Of course, Al Gore wasn't fighting alone. He called in multiple Secret Service specialists, all armed with assault rifles. I'm not sure I was 100% confident in my abilities here. I opened with a backstab on Al Gore, then while controlling Butters, I had an idea. Hammer of Storms could damage 2 of the agents at once, so I drank a speed potion, letting me attack twice in a row. Okay, not quite as much damage as I was expecting. Meanwhile, my health was dropping like crazy. I tried healing every single round, but it just wasn't enough. All 4 enemies focused on Butters every turn, making it practically impossible to keep him alive. At this point in the game, I genuinely don't think I stood a chance, so I accepted defeat and decided to come back once I was much stronger. Instead, I tracked down the last 2 hiding kids. One was inside the bank, and the other was hiding behind a lamppost. I returned to the park to finish the quest. That earned me 6 new Facebook friends and completed it. At this point, there were only 2 side quests left. The Al Gore boss, which we're pretending doesn't exist for now, and Timmy Express, which requires unlocking all 12 fast travel flags around South Park. After doing a bit of research though, I found out that the quest was currently locked behind the main story, so there was only one thing left to do, back to the main storyline. My next objective was heading to the school to speak with the goth kids. Before leaving Cooper Keep though, it was finally time to sell all the junk I'd been hoarding. And trust me, I had a lot of stuff. Selling everything unlocked an achievement for getting rid of 300 junk items. I also went from $182 all the way up to $313. Apparently searching random people's bedside tables is a very profitable business. With all that money, I picked up an axe of stopping. This thing looked incredible. Then I headed around the back of the school to meet the goth kids.
Who's that?
I think it's that new kid people are talking about.
Beat it, new kid. This area is strictly for goth kids. What's this? Join the Kingdom of Koopa Keep to battle the wicked elves. All recruits welcome. Sorry, Frodo. We don't play Dungeons and Douchebags. Yeah, beat it, new kid.
Oh, come on, let's do it. We never do anything.
No way. We can't do what this kid asks us to do. He's a conformist. Look at his clothes and his hair. Yeah, tell you what, new kid. Get the right clothes and some cigarettes and coffee and then talk to us again. Yeah, if you want to prove you aren't a conformist, then you need to look exactly like we do. Then maybe we'll consider hanging out with you.
Safe to say they weren't exactly impressed with my fashion sense, so dress up time. I returned to the homeless merchant from earlier, where I bought some goth clothes, a goth cap, and goth gloves. Now we actually look the part. I still wasn't quite finished though. I also grabbed myself some dark roast coffee. On my way out of the shop, I was suddenly surrounded by elves.
There he is. New kid. New kid. The Elf King has requested your presence. You can either come quietly or you can fight, but I warn you, fighting this fight at this point in the game is a complete waste of time, and you might as well skip it and just come with us.
They gave me two choices, either come with them or fight. I was a little curious where this was going, so I agreed.
You chose wisely, new kid. Come with us. So, you're the new kid everyone is talking about. What's your name?
He doesn't talk, Elf King. He thinks he's hot shit or something.
You're playing for the wrong side, dude. What did Wizard Fat Ass tell you? That we broke the rules and took the stick last night? He's lying.
Cartman is the one you should be fighting against. He's hiding the stick, which is cheating, and acting all betrayed and sad to get you to recruit more people for him.
We tracked a Twitter raven who says you are currently trying to recruit the Goths for the Wizard. Go recruit them, but bring them to us. Then we can ransack Cartman's stupid kingdom and get the stick back once and for all. I'm trusting you to do what's right. And kid, if you betray us, we'll tell everyone you're a butthole.
The elves were trying to recruit me. Instead of bringing the goths to Cartman, they wanted me to bring them over to the elves instead. During all of this, I also unlocked Stan and Jimmy as buddies. This was a pretty huge decision. I also managed to unlock my 12th fast travel point, finally completing the Timmy Express side quest from earlier. That rewarded me with another perk, Second Wind. Now whenever I use a revive potion, it restores the target to full health. After looting Kyle's house, I headed over to Jimbo's gun store. Outside, a group of kids were talking about cigarettes, exactly what I need to impress the goth kids. It also gave me the perfect excuse to test out Stan's abilities. First up was Discus of Might. Stan hurls a deadly disc that can even chain between random enemies. Then there was Whirlwind Slash, a spinning sword attack that damages multiple foes at once. Stan honestly felt pretty busted, and I really liked how so much of his kit focused on area damage. Being able to hit every enemy at the same time could be incredibly useful, especially against Al Gore. After picking up the cigarettes, I swapped Jimmy into the party because I want to test what he could do next. Then I returned to the goth kids.
Oh joy, it's Butthole the Barbarian from the Dungeons of Dumbass. You gotta admit he looks better.
Yeah, he's almost a goth.
Being goth isn't just how you dress, it's a frame of mind. It's time for you to prove that you go against society's rules.
Yeah.
There's a big PTA meeting happening right now at the community center. You need to walk right into the middle of that meeting and tape this sign to their table. Yeah, that will prove your individuality. Go on, beat it. And don't come back until you have a picture of that sign taped to the PTA table.
They were definitely more impressed this time, but still not completely convinced. Apparently, I had one final task to complete, so I headed straight for the community center.
It isn't right, I tell you! Out of nowhere, this huge Taco Bell is being built, and now our children are missing precious school time!
Parents, we've been assured by the builders that they are working to fix whatever problems they've encountered, and school should be able to resume soon.
Resume soon? Who do they think they are? They think we're gonna see a Taco Bell as being more important than our kids' educations?
What if it's not really a Taco Bell we're dealing with? Thanks for coming, new kid. Everyone, this is the kid whose family just moved to town. We've become very close friends. His name is... What's your name? Well, anyway, this child and I witnessed something last night, and I'd like you to hear his story. Go ahead, kid. Tell them, you know, about all the... Go ahead, tell them that stuff.
This is a waste of everyone's time. If the PTA isn't going to do something about Taco Bell taking over, then the rest of us parents will. Come on!
Let's go!
Come on!
It's safe to say, the people of South Park weren't exactly buying the government's cover-up of the UFO with something like a Taco Bell. While I was there, I picked up a quest from Mr. Mackey.
I used to have a bad hoarding problem, okay, but I got past it. Now I can just throw things away. Would you mind throwing this away from me? I just need it thrown away somewhere very specific. I'll show you on your map. Okay, thanks.
I got ready to tape up the sign that the goth kids had given me. Before I could do that though, Randy interrupted me.
Look, I know how you're feeling, okay? But this isn't gonna solve anything. We've got to get inside that Taco Bell and find out what's really going on. Help me with that and I'll help you with this. I saw you on the ship. You have pretty good control over your farts. Meet me in the bathroom. It's time for you to learn some real power.
I guess he thinks we're best friends after everything that happened with the probing, so I had to help him first.
I can tell you have potential, but you are undisciplined. Let me show you what I mean. Come at me. Try and fart on me. Come on. Hi, cha! See that? Your fart's over there somewhere. Didn't come close. So, what do you do when people can block your farts? You must learn to control your farts to move and release at a specific time and place. I'm going to teach you a fart called the sneaky squeaker. It will become your greatest ally. Don't believe me? Try and block my attack. You see that? I distracted you. Distracting your opponents is key to battle. Okay, you try. Make your fart detonate behind me.
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, Mr. Mackey. Now it's your turn. Use Sneaky Squeaker to distract Mr. Mackey over to the corner there.
Hey, did you guys hear that? Sounded like a chipmunk.
Kia! Very, very good. Now use what I taught you to sneak inside that Taco Bell. Find out what they're up to and report back here. And no matter what happens, never fart on anyone's balls. You got that? All right. Now go.
Inside the bathroom, Randy taught me a brand new fart ability. My next objective was sneaking into the Taco Bell facility. I headed over to the now destroyed mall, where a huge crowd had gathered.
Folks, there's nothing to be concerned with here. Absolutely nothing out of the ordinary is going on. We're simply getting ready for the grand opening of a new Taco Bell. New Taco Bell opening soon. Very big Taco Bell. It's going to open in a few weeks. Thank you. Will this Taco Bell be serving enchiladas? What? Is it going to be a full menu Taco Bell, or is this going to be one of those Taco Bell KFC combos? We got a guy out here asking a lot of questions. Just stick to the script as laid out in the protocol. But he wants to know if the Taco Bell will have enchiladas or not, sir. Damn it, we don't have a contingency for that. Michaels, isolate and neutralize the threat. Yes, sir. Look, it's a simple question. If this is going to be a huge Taco Bell, will it serve enchiladas? I think we have a right to know.
Mark?
Folks, we know you're all very excited, but for your safety, we ask you stay clear of the construction site.
Mark?
Naturally, I looted the guy who had just been sniped for asking about the Taco Bell menu. Using my new fart technique, I distracted the guards and slipped inside the facility. A little further in, one of the guards spotted me. Thankfully, pressing the switch electrocuted him. That honestly wasn't planned at all. Pure luck. The front entrance was locked, but using my probe I managed to climb onto the roof, where I squeezed my way into a vent.
But so far we've been unable to stop the UFO from leaking the toxic waste. We've contained all we can, but there are no guarantees an outbreak will not occur.
And does the alien liquid appear to have the same effect as last time? I'm afraid so. When the alien waste reacts with organic material on Earth, it turns things into Nazi zombies.
Here we go again.
God damn it. I'm so tired of Nazi zombies. It's so overused.
If the wrong person gets their hands on that green toxin, it could totally spread, and we have a big problem.
All right, We're gonna have to completely obliterate everything in a 3-block radius. Find locations for the bombs and bury it all. Then make up a fake story about an earthquake. We can contain the outbreak this time if we act quickly enough. Let's move! Everything we've just talked about has been recorded onto this tape. I'm going to leave it alone here for a few minutes, then come back later and have it encrypted and locked away so nobody ever hears what was said in this meeting.
Yes, good idea.
What the f? It's broken free!
And I'm seriously not looking forward to the amount of censoring I'm going to have to do for this video. Inside, I decided to test out Jimmy's abilities. First was Song of Buffness. Jimmy performs a song that weakens enemies while strengthening the rest of the party. To use it properly, I had to mash S every time Jimmy stuttered. And honestly, Jimmy was quickly becoming one of my favourite characters. He also had Power Chord, which seems to restore power points to the party, and Lullaby, which puts enemies to sleep, causing them to miss their turns.
Close your eyes, no more thinking about your troubles. Sleep now with Jesus, for you are blessed.
After grabbing the recording device, I made my way back outside, where the zombie outbreak had spread. Unfortunately, I can't actually show this fight. The amount of censoring it would need is absurd. So, long story short, I beat the Black Ops 2 zombies. I maxed out the mug ability, then headed back to the community center to let Randy know what had happened.
What's this? It's a recording. There's data on here.
Did they say anything?
What kind of Taco Bell is it going to be?
When are they going to be finished building it? Shh, shh.
All right, we're going to have to completely obliterate everything in a 3-block radius.
What?
Set charges underground to blow up the area and bury it all. Then make a fake story about an earthquake.
They're gonna just blow up 3 blocks?
Sons of bitches. You sons of bitches! What gives them the right? I knew there was more to this. It's not a simple Taco Bell we're dealing with. It's the most massive Taco Bell ever built. You see, ever since the whole Doritos Locos Tacos thing, Taco Bell thinks they can do whatever they want.
Well, not here. Not in our town.
You've done well, new kid. We're not going to let Taco Bell win. I'll take that picture you wanted now of you with the PTA. Nice. I'll send it to you.
After that, it was time to visit the goth kids once again.
Whoa, he did it.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's still not goth. He'll have to pass the final test. You may look goth, Frodo, but can you dance goth? Less enthusiasm?
Totally fucking bullshit.
That's not how you drink coffee.
I'm feeling the rage. I like what you did with your coffee there.
Whoa. Apathy combo.
What do you think? He's pretty goth. He's pretty goth, right?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I felt his pain.
All right, new kid, you've officially proven yourself. Yeah, just tell us where you need us and we'll be there.
I proved that I could, in fact, dance like a goth, and with that I befriended the entire group. Now comes a pretty big decision. I could either stay loyal to Cartman, recruiting the goth kids into the kingdom we've been fighting for this whole time, or betray him and bring them over to Kyle and the elves. For me, this was a complete no-brainer. I'm Sir Douchebag for a reason. There was no chance I was betraying my own team. However, there's an achievement for playing through both storylines, meaning I would have to do both. Thankfully, save files exist, so I decided to side with Kyle first, unlock the achievement, then reload my save afterwards. I also had a full set of SWAT gear to equip after finishing the Taco Bell mission, and with that sorted, I climbed up into the treehouse and summoned the goth kids to the Elven Kingdom.
New kid, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I hereby make you a member of the Drow Elves of the Forest. Yay! New kid, you have our friendship. I hereby level you up to the rank of Commander.
My lord! We know where the humans are hiding the stick.
What, really?
We just intercepted their messages on Twitter.
Ah, you shot down their message, Raven.
Right, we shot down their Raven, and the evil Wizard King has hidden the stick inside his desk at school.
Ah, dude, of course. Cartman hid it in his desk. Drow Elves of the Forest, we know where the humans are hiding the stick. I knew Cartman was cheating. We shall march on the school and make the hallways drip of their blood.
Huzzah!
Defenders of freedom, we thank you for your courage in joining our fight. Tonight, we are no longer elves or goths. Tonight, we fight as one.
I feel like such a homo sapien right now.
The elves are here. They have blown their war horn. Blow kids! Prepare to attack from behind!
Apparently, Cartman had been hiding the stick of truth inside his desk, meaning the school had become an all-out war zone. The front entrance was completely blocked, so I snuck in through the back instead. The goth kids had already wiped out the humans guarding the rear entrance, so I had Jimmy open the gate, giving us access to the cafeteria. Along the way, I blew up this oven with a fart, revealing another Chin Pokemon. As I pushed deeper inside the school, it became very clear this place was an absolute disaster. The humans were blocking the hallway with a hose, so I crawled through a vent and attacked them from behind. It was a tough fight, but I came out on top, betraying my own team for the very first time. I smashed through the walls, defeated even more humans, and by this point, Backstab was doing an absurd amount of damage. I did end up dying though. Turns out using my ranged weapon against an enemy in the reflecting stance isn't the greatest idea. Thankfully though, Stan finished the fight for me. The next obstacle was a little more interesting. The humans had built a contraption we had never seen before, a fan. And instead of blowing my farts into the flames, it blew them straight back into my face. Thankfully, there just so happened to be a sprinkler directly above it. After setting that off, the fan broke and I could continue. Over the speakers, Butters kept trying to convince me to stay loyal to the humans, but it was far too late.
Douchebag, it's me, Paladin Butters, your friend. Don't be on Kyle's team. He may have cooler people on his side, in a better base, but sometimes they have pinata.
I upgraded Execute to level 1 and headed down into the basement, where the Gingers had been infected with the same zombie virus from earlier.
Stay back, you guys! Something is seriously wrong with the hallway monitors!
Help, please.
Dude, that's Gary Nelson! Be careful, he can still bust us for not having hall passes!
We came to school the morning after the earthquake to report for duty. We didn't know school had been canceled. We heard a sound from down here, found this green goo, it was everywhere. It changed the other hallway monitors.
Well, it kind of serves you right for being a patsy-ass hallway monitor in the first place.
Something in the goo. It...
Ah! Somehow that green goo makes hallway monitors even lamer!
I do apologize for how much of this section I have to cut off, but this game is seriously unhinged. After fighting my way back out of the basement, Cartman started trying to convince me to switch sides instead.
Douchebag, if you're listening, I know you've been tricked, but I forgive you. Join me again, and together we'll rule the land as master and slave.
I eventually reached the main lobby, and waiting for me was Butters. Dodging his flaming catapult, I worked my way around the right-hand side and dealt with his soldiers first. Around this point, I also realized Stan had another ability, marked for death. He shines a laser pointer at an enemy, causing his dog to charge in and bite them. It doesn't deal a huge amount of damage, but lowering the enemy's defense is always useful. Once the soldiers were gone, I used Butters' own catapult to blast open the front doors, allowing the entire elven army to charge inside. And then, a boss fight I never thought I'd see. I was fighting one of my best pals, Butters. This guy had a massive 4,200 health. Stan's dog turned out to be incredibly useful here. Since Mark for Death cost nothing to use, I could cast it every single round, slowly breaking through Butters' defenses. Okay, Butters wasn't messing around. Time to start burning through those healing potions. Even after breaking his shield fairly quickly, his natural defense was still ridiculous. Even Backstab wasn't doing much damage anymore. Thankfully, one of my weapon modifiers inflicted burn, while Backstab continued applying bleeding. Those little bits of damage over time were going to make all the difference. Eventually, I got his health down to almost nothing, and that's when he gave himself another fresh shield. Thankfully, it didn't matter because the bleeding damage finished him off anyway, shield or no shield. After looting Butters, I equipped a basketball as my new ranged weapon, then I continued upstairs. There, I found a group of elves under attack by the humans. I stepped in to help and made friends with Bill and Fossey afterwards. Eventually, I reached the 4th grade classroom.
Back away from the desks, wizard fat ass!
You're a traitor, douchebag. How could you?
Because he knows who the cool kids are. Go ahead and kick Cartman's ass, new kid.
I brought you into the game. I made friends with you before anybody else would.
He doesn't want to play with cheaters.
I understand the elves have clouded your mind. Fight it, new kid. Come back to the light. Attack Kyle.
What are you waiting for, dude?
Punch him right in his smug little lying face.
Get him, new kid.
This was the moment where I truly had to choose a side. I either fought Cartman or Kyle, and honestly, this was actually a huge relief. I'd spent the last hour working through this mission, unlocking new gear, leveling up, making progress, so if I had to reload all the way back to the start of the school mission and do everything again, that would be slightly annoying. So instead, I created a brand new save that I chose to fight Cartman first. This battle looked incredibly difficult. From the looks of things, I didn't even have a buddy. It was just me versus Cartman. My 1,600 health against his 8,500. Absolutely insane. I opened the fight with a speed potion, letting me unleash 2 backstabs back to back, and that instantly stripped around 2,000 health from Cartman. And honestly, his attacks weren't even that scary. I expected a lot more from him. That's when he unleashed an absolutely unholy fart, unlike anything we'd seen before. Thankfully, using the very tactics he taught me earlier in the game, I reflected it straight back at him, taking Cartman out with his own attack, and unlocking the achievement Elven Hero.
Wizard has been defeated. Great job, new kid. Goth kids, take the stick from inside his desk. Victory is ours!
Hey, wait a minute. Our desks don't have insides.
What?
Desks at this school just have tabletops.
But Twitter said that...
Look over here. This desk has writing on it.
Check my locker.
Whose desk is that?
That's Clyde's desk.
Greetings, humans and drow elves of Zaron.
Clyde! He took the stick!
While you've all been busy fighting amongst yourselves, I have built a kingdom beyond your comprehension. I prayed for a way to destroy you all, and the solution came crashing down from the heavens.
Oh no, it's more of that green stuff.
With what I have found, I shall raise an army of the dead. I shall raise an entire army of darkness and kill the earth!
Clyde, but why? I banished him to be lost in space and time, and now he's all pissed off.
So you see, fools, I control the stick and the future of the earth.
Clyde, do you want a sandwich?
Not now, Dad. I'm making a Ruler of Darkness video. Whoever controls the stick controls the universe. And my first deed is that I hereby denounce the human and the elf kingdoms and strip both kings of all their power.
Motherfucker!
Oh, hello, boys.
Can we speak to Clyde, please?
Oh, Clyde's out playing in the backyard with his little friends.
Come and get it, losers! You can't do that, Clyde! You're lost in time and space! No, I'm not. Yeah, you are, asshole! Army of Darkness, defend the fortress! Craig, you're on my side!
You don't have authority anymore. The keeper of the stick said so.
This can't be happening.
God damn it, I have authority! Sorry, warriors and wizards. I'd love to invite you into my Fortress of Darkness, but I'm afraid you're too late. Too late? What do you mean we're too late?
There you are, Butters. Do you know what time it is, mister? It is way past your bedtime.
Oh, shit, it's past our bedtime?
Dude, I'm gonna get it.
Clyde, it's past your bedtime.
Okay, coming, Dad.
Well, turns out Clyde was the one who actually stole the Stick of Truth, meaning this entire battle was basically pointless. So I reloaded my save, and this time I chose Cartman's side, the option I'd wanted all along. Time to defeat Kyle. Kyle had the exact same amount of health as Cartman, so I stuck with the same strategy. Speed potions, backstabs, and before long, Kyle was also defeated. After the fight, I upgraded Execute to level 2, and my next objective was simple. Go home before I get grounded again. I climbed into bed to unwind after a very eventful day, but we all know how things work in this game.
Search for underpants, hey. We won't stop until we have underpants. Yum, tum, yummy, tum, hey. Time to go to work all night. Search for underpants, hey. We won't stop until we have underpants. Yum, tum, yummy, tum, hey. Oh, shit, he's awake! What? This kid is awake! What the f*** do we do? Oh, I guess we gotta kill him. Alright, f*** it, let's kill him.
An army of gnomes broke into my house to steal my underwear, and now they were trying to murder me. I dealt with the first wave of gnomes pretty easily, until their leader showed up and shrunk me down to their size.
Shit, he's too big! We can't beat him! Well, if you can't beat him, shrink him! Go ahead, Warlock!
And honestly, I really underestimated my fighting power. One well-placed blast wiped out the entire group. The remaining gnomes escaped into the wall, and for whatever reason, I followed them. Now that I was the size of a gnome, everything else suddenly felt enormous, including this absolutely massive rat hiding inside the wall. I kept making my way through until I overheard my parents talking, and this was easily the biggest mistake I'd made so far.
I just sometimes feel like we should tell him the truth.
Why? So we can relive it all in his head? It's better that he can't remember.
But if he really has this gift, he's going to discover it again on his own anyway.
And then they'll try and use him for his gift, and he'll become a weapon. They won't stop looking for him. We have to keep everything secret, even from him.
I'm so frazzled. Will you just make love to me?
Of course I will, darling.
I'm almost certainly gonna have to mute this. Just know I could hear everything. After fighting through even more swarms of rats, I eventually ended up on the dresser inside my parents' bedroom. And somehow, the worst part was still to come, because for this achievement, I had to sit here for an entire minute watching like an absolute creep, just so that achievement could stay on my Steam profile forever. I am ashamed. I fought off another group of elves while the show continued in the background. I moved on as quickly as I possibly could, still chasing the gnome leader in hopes of getting back to normal size.
I'm not changing you back. I don't care what you do to me.
And naturally, he chose the absolute worst place to fight, the bed. This video is going to need some serious editing. Please subscribe if you've made it this far. I immediately started draining the leader's health with backstab, performing backflips to avoid the swinging sack, and I have never been more thankful for a mission to be finally over.
All right, you win. Take this. Take it. You can grow small or big whenever you feel like it. All we wanted was to collect underpants to stop the Taco Bell from releasing its toxic green goo into our underground world. You see, the green goo is actually
On the bright side, I now had gnome dust. This lets me shrink and regrow whenever I want, opening up areas that were previously inaccessible. It also unlocks some brand new gear, a gnome pickaxe, and a full gnome outfit. Looking good. Back outside, I decided it was finally time to settle some unfinished business, that being Al Gore. I'd definitely become a lot stronger since our first attempt, so this time I decided to head in blind alongside Stan and see if raw power alone would be enough. If not, I would come back for better strategy. The fight started with Al Gore immediately putting Stan to sleep, so I opened with a speed potion. Let me deal a huge amount of damage right from the start. Before long though, his bodyguards arrived. If I could eliminate all three of them first, I was pretty confident we'd actually win this. I followed up with a strength potion to boost both my attack and defense, and immediately removed half the health from the first bodyguard. Switching over to Stan, Whirlwind Slash looked like the perfect move. It hit the middle guard, damaged the weak guard at the bottom, and even clipped Al Gore himself. Then it was their turn. Honestly, there wasn't much I could do. All four enemies focused Stan, and he simply didn't have enough health to survive. Thankfully, I'd stocked up on plenty of revive potions before this fight, and because of the perk I'd unlocked earlier, every revive brought him back at full health. That perk alone might actually win me this fight. Playing things safely, I focused down the first bodyguard. Getting rid of just one enemy already made things feel 100 times easier. I somehow survived the next round by the skin of my teeth. I was almost certain Stan was about to die again, but before he did, I had him throw out Discus of Might. Next, I wanted to finish off the front guard. He only had 900 health remaining. I hit him with Execute, but it wasn't quite enough. Stan went down again, leaving me with only 700 health. Strangely though, the guard we just attacked had disappeared. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but I'm definitely not complaining. I revived Stan once again, then landed a backstab on the final bodyguard. He managed to take me out in return though, but thankfully there doesn't seem to be any limit on how many times you can revive. So, controlling Stan, I simply brought myself back to life. Now it was a 2 versus 2. Both of us had full health, while Al Gore only had a single bodyguard left, who was already hanging on by a thread. Then, the final bodyguard ran away. I'm guessing that's some status effect I'd applied, not entirely sure which one though. But now it was finally a 2 versus 1. This was easily the strongest position we'd been in all fight. At this point, Al Gore knew he was cooked. He started desperately chugging healing potions, but it was way too late. One final backstab later, with Stan somehow dying again in the process, Al Gore was officially defeated, and finally unfriended on Facebook. My feed was finally free from his constant messages. After the fight, I upgraded Execute once again, and I also started another side quest waiting, delivering a monitor for Mr. Mackey. I'm pretty sure I picked this one up earlier at the community center, and conveniently, the objective was right next to where I already was. So I opened Mr. Mackey's storage container, picked up another Chin Pokemon, and dropped off the monitor. Then I returned to let him know the job was done.
Okay, thanks, you threw that away from me? You might be thinking I still have a hoarding issue, but you'd be wrong. Okay. Would you like to be friends on Facebook?
That unlocked Mr. Mackey as a friend, meaning I only need one more friend for another perk. There was also another side quest that could be permanently missed, so before I forgot, that became my next priority.
Look, I got Nazi zombies to deal with. Most of my men are dead and the mayor's breathing down my neck. Whatever you want, it'll have to wait. Hey, wait, you look pretty tough. How would you like to see what it's like to be a real police officer, huh? Kill some bad guys? Okay, kid. All you gotta do is kill a bunch of Nazi zombies and bring me the rings off their fat German sausage fingers. You get enough rings, I'll see about getting you an honorary job on the force.
The quest is only available while these certain zombies I can't show are still roaming around the town. All I had to do was defeat 5 zombies and collect 5 rings. Easy enough. I explored the town, taking out every zombie I could find, until I'd finally collected all 5 rings. With that done, I returned to the police officer to deliver the good news.
That's a nice collection of Nazi rings you got there. Well done, junior detective.
That unlocked him as a friend, along with another perk. This time I chose Apprentice, increasing my maximum power points by 20%. At this point, I thought I was finally finished with every side quest. Then I noticed Al Gore had given me another one, stopping the one and only Man Bear Pig. Finally, we can put an end to this nonsense. I headed over to the church, where I spotted the creature. Now, this may suspiciously look like Al Gore wearing a Man Bear Pig costume, but I can assure you, this is definitely 100% absolutely not him. I confronted the beast, who had a massive 13,000 health, and I think that's the highest we've seen so far. By this point, I'd finally run out of speed potions, so I settled for a strength potion instead. I had a feeling I was going to need it. As always, I opened the fight with a backstab to apply bleeding, then I noticed I'd unlocked another new ability, Death of 1,000 Cuts, calling on my network of thieves to ambush the enemy with a barrage of attacks, each one applying bleeding if performed correctly. It cost a huge 20 power points, so surely it's got to be good. I had to press W, A, S, and D to direct each attack. I managed to get a few of them right, but definitely not a perfect combo. Okay, the joke's over. This is literally just Al Gore. There was never a man-bear-pig. Compared to our first fight, this one was actually pretty easy. I defeated Al Gore once again, earning myself a brand new weapon, a claw from Man-Bear-Pig. And with that, every current side quest was finally complete, so it was time to meet back up with Cartman and figure out how we were getting that stick of truth back.
Ah, Commander Douchebag has decided to bless us with his presence. Let's get started. Humans and elves of Zaron, a great evil has descended upon us. After researching last night, I believe we are facing a threat to our entire world. Clyde's Fortress of Darkness is over 4 stories tall. So far, he has recruited at least 50 warriors to be on his team, and he is... You have something to say, wizard?
Nothing. Just think it's kind of funny how drow elves in the Middle Ages can use PowerPoint.
You guys, this is serious! Clyde is attempting to raise an army of darkness. I believe he is messing with something he cannot control. He has recruited many of our friends, and so our only hope is for our 2 factions to join forces.
Fuck that! We do not team up with f***ing elves. You got a better idea, wizard fat ass?
After what you elves did to us at the Battle of Wormsley Woods, you think we'll ever trust you?
Yeah, you tell him, Butter. That was Jimmy's fault, and he apologized. Oh, we're apologizing now. How about we apologize for breaking the rule about using arcane fire magic? Yeah. Hey, that was the humans' rule, not ours.
Join forces, my paladin ass. Only good elf is a dead elf.
Why don't you suck my elven dick, Butters?
Enough! Whether we are human or elf isn't gonna matter one bit if all of Zaron is taken over by German zombies. We saw what that green stuff does. We better figure out a way to stop Clyde, or there won't be a world to fight in.
Even if we join forces, we don't have enough warriors.
So we recruit more factions to join us. The pirates, the Federation, and the girls.
The girls?
Kyle, the girls are not gonna play with us. Yeah, dude, we can't convince girls to do this.
No, but maybe the new kid can. The new kid has a power we have yet to understand. He makes friends on Facebook faster than any we have seen.
He is really good at getting Facebook friends, I'll give him that.
Find a way to get the girls to side with us, Commander Douchebag. I'll deal with the other factions. The rest of you, return to your stations and prepare for war!
Huzzah!
Somehow Cartman had only just decided he wanted to add me on Facebook. Along with that, he also became a usable buddy. At this point, the humans and elves didn't really have a choice anymore. They had to fight side by side, as much as nobody wanted to. But even worse than that, we had to recruit one of the most terrifying creatures known to mankind into our faction. Not the gingers, not the goth kids, not the elves, girls. That's right. My next objective was speaking to Annie at City Hall about recruiting them. Before doing that though, I sold another pile of junk, and by now I was sitting on over $400. Not bad. I spent some of it stocking up on consumables, then headed off to find Annie.
What is this? The boys want us to play with them? I do owe you one. I can take you to the girls, but I don't think they'll be very willing to play with boys. Do you wish to speak to the girls now? The 412th meeting of the girls is hereby called to order. Sparkle, sparkle. Sunshine! Sunshine, sparkle. Millie Larson has the floor. If it pleases and sparkles, I move that we vote immediately on the urgent matter involving Monica Ryland. Yes, right away! Excuse me, I'm sorry, but I have an urgent matter that I believe needs to be addressed first. The chair acknowledges Annie. Sunshine, sparkle. Annie Nitz has the floor. If it pleases and sparkles, a messenger comes with a request from the boys. Yes! Yes! What request do the boys ask of us? He doesn't really talk. That's hot. The boys are playing some new role-playing game, and the new kid here wants us to join his team. What? We don't have time for that. Something very big happened, and we must do something. I know. I thought maybe he could help. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I glitter Annie's idea. Sunshine Sparkle, a motion has been glittered to have the new kid help with Monica Ryland. All right, new kid, look. There are terrible rumors going around town that our good friend Allie Nelson was spotted at the abortion clinic. I have never been to the abortion clinic. I'm not a We aren't sure, but we think the girl spreading the rumors about Allie is Monica Ryland. And then she has the gall to act all nice to me. We have to know for sure if Monica Ryland is a two-faced bitch or not. So, we're gonna send Monica a Facebook page with your picture. Then tell her that you're Bebe's boyfriend from Lakewood, and you want to meet her and ask her what the best thing to get Bebe for her birthday would be, and see if Monica tries to hit on you at all, because that way we can see if Monica is a manipulative bitch.
Right.
Do this task for us, and the girls will consider your request. Sparkle! Sunshine!
Of course, the girls weren't going to help us unless we helped them first, so off I went to find Monica.
Oh, hi. You must be Mike. So, you want to talk about Bebe, huh? Well, look, Bebe's my friend. I think she's really great. I don't know if she's the end-all, be-all of girls. I mean, she's a little two-faced if you ask me. But, hey, I read a lot of your Facebook profile, and I think you're a really interesting boy.
Aha! We knew it! You two-faced manipulative whore!
What the heck?
Thank God we sent the new kid to spy on you, huh, girls?
Yeah, now we know you're a two-faced bitch.
What do you mean? You guys are my best friends.
Then why are you hitting on my Facebook boyfriend? We brought someone else who might be interested.
Monica, what the f are you doing?
Uh-oh. Hey, Jake.
Have fun, you two-faced skank.
Guys, wait, please, come back.
What's the big idea trying to f my girlfriend? Nothing to say, huh? Well, maybe you'll understand.
I dealt with her boyfriend, maxed out execute, and returned to Annie.
New kid, we want to thank you for helping us determine whether or not Monica was a two-faced bitch. She really made us mad, but it turns out she couldn't have been the one spreading rumors about Allie Nelson going to the abortion clinic.
Yeah, so we made up.
You guys are the best.
You see, the thing is, Heidi Turner was supposed to put on the Facebook page that you were Bebe's boyfriend, but she didn't.
Because Heidi Turner is a two-faced bitch who says she likes me, then tries to stab me in the back.
Right. So we need to know if Heidi Turner is the two-faced bitch who's spreading rumors about Allie being spotted at the abortion clinic. But in order to do that, we need people to think you're a girl.
Makeover! Makeover!
Great, now I had to transform myself into a pretty princess. Well, here we go. A nice flower hairstyle, a lovely purple blouse to match, a little bit of makeup, and some sexy purple heels. Smash.
All right, new kid, get inside the abortion clinic and find the records room. Take a picture of all the records from the past week and text them to us. That will help us find out who the two-faced bitch is. I'm sure you can appreciate why none of us can do this.
If any of us are spotted in there, people might think we're sluts like Jessica Rodriguez.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Jessie.
Hi.
Hey, Jessie. Girl.
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing. Just finding out which of our friends is a two-faced bitch.
Cool. We'll see you around.
Awesome. Skank. All right, now go in there and get to the records room. Find out if Jessie had an abortion.
Now looking as fabulous as ever, I headed into the abortion clinic. I couldn't get into the records room, so I needed a way to disguise myself as a doctor. But first, the abortion room.
Hi, I'm Dr. Poonlover. Get on up in the chair and this won't take long at all. Hey, little young to be having an abortion, aren't we? It's okay, we have a booster seat. All right, just sit back and relax. We'll get that trash taken right out of you. Here we go. What the? Wow, never seen that before. You burned out the vacuum. I'm gonna have to get this thing fixed. Be back in a minute.
Perfect, a doctor's outfit. That should be enough to get me into the records room. I searched through the 2013 records.
Ah! Damn it! Oh, it's you! Thank God! Something strange is going on here. The PTA reviewed that tape you got us. The Taco Bell has something called a Plan B. They've been here looking through these records, but why would they be interested in the gynecological files of the women of South Park?
I'm afraid now you know too much. We have two more asking a lot of questions.
Deal with them quietly. We can't let anyone find out what we were doing there. Before you kill us, tell us why. Why is Taco Bell taking the records of women's vaginas in South Park? I'm picking up some hot readings on the Peggy. Tell us, what do women's vaginas and Doritos Locos Tacos have in common? Peggy is going crazy.
Oh, shit! There's an outbreak here! We have contamination in Sector 7! All units to Sector 7 now!
Secure the entire building! Put that woman in restraints!
Ah!
What's going on? Taco Bell security. Your clinic is infected with a Nazi zombie virus. Nazi zombies? That's ridiculous! And bigoted! I happen to be German. He's one of them! tell people what you saw here today.
It turns out the clinic had also been overrun by zombies. Great. When I tried leaving through the door, I found myself trapped. Thankfully, there was a small hole nearby, so I shrunk myself down into a gnome and crawled through the floorboards. Waiting for me, zombie rats, and no obvious way past them. Thankfully, I was strong enough to wipe both of them out before they even got the chance to attack. After dealing with a few gnomes and fighting on some cables to clear the path, I finally made it into the clinic.
Nobody move! Oh, what's going on? I'm just here for an operation. Oh, there you are, Doctor. I'm ready when you are. Is this going to hurt, Doctor? Teehee? There's something fishy going on here. I think they might be Nazi zombies. We'll see if you're a real doctor. Give her an abortion. Do it! Oh, goodness.
Unfortunately, the doctor disguise completely backfired, because I somehow ended up having to perform an abortion on Randy, so the agents wouldn't eliminate me. The first part was simple enough. All I had to do was left click whenever the syringe lined up over Randy's bits. Honestly, I'm speechless.
Ow, my balls! My balls! My malls! My favorite shopping malls! I'll close at 5, Doctor. Can we please get this over with quickly?
Let's just get this over with. Slight mistake, I vacuumed his balls.
I told you that thing isn't a doctor! Fry it!
I'm not a doctor, okay? Eventually, I figured out I needed to stop vacuuming at certain points to avoid completely mutilating Randy.
He did it! All right, so he is a real doctor.
What the hell? Oh, shit, clear the building! The area's been compromised! Get out now! Ah! What the hell is that? Mathers, where did you find the alien goo? Broken vials were in the trash can, sir. What could have come into contact with it in the trash can of an abortion clinic? Oh my god.
Zombie fetuses. This game somehow always finds a brand new way to surprise me. I defeated the fetus, then farted on it, because of course, that's an achievement. Shrinking back down into a gnome let me climb up this cupboard and continue further into the clinic. I crawled through the vents, watching absolute chaos unfold outside. Spotting a fallen soldier, I shot the grenade beside him, creating a path to another gym Pokemon. The next obstacle was this automated turret. Get too close and it's game over. So I combined my alien probe with my gnome dust to reach this valve. Turning it shut off the pipes, allowing me to reach the wire, snap it, and destroy the turret in the process.
That's it! That's it! The area is secure! Code green! It's not secure! Tell all units the outbreak has been contained! It's not contained! What the hell are you talking about? It's not contained! You don't understand! Khloe Kardashian was in here this morning! She had the biggest abortion I've ever seen!
Then, a giant zombie fetus. A giant zombie fetus with 18,000 health. I opened the fight with another backstab to apply bleeding, and now that Butters was back in the party, I remembered just how powerful Professor Chaos could be. The battle effectively became a 2 versus 2, because the umbilical cord alone had 9,000 health. Even worse, the fetus could fully heal itself. I decided to focus on the cord first, and thankfully that turned out to be the right decision, because every time it attacked, the fetus recovered health. That was going to become a serious problem. I managed to destroy the cord, but the fetus itself still hit incredibly hard. Butters was hanging on by a thread, but thankfully, one final backstab was enough to finish the fight. So I returned to Annie. Surely, after everything I'd just been through, the girls would finally join our side.
New kid, the girls are very thankful for you texting us the abortion records.
We are one step away from finding out which girl among us is a two-faced bitch.
Unfortunately, the record keeper at the abortion clinic is from Paris, and so everything is written in French.
Whoever this two-faced skank is thinks she can outsmart us.
We want to help you and the boys play your game, but we just can't have a two-faced bitch out there on the loose. Just get these documents translated for us, and we promise we will join your army. Sparkle!
Sunshine!
Or not. Apparently they still need one last favor. My next objective is translating the document hidden away in Kyle's backyard, so I got straight to it.
What's this? Council, gather round! This must be something the new kid needs our help with.
Cinq femmes ont subi un avortement. What language is that? It's some kind of strange Orcish. I've seen this language before. In the kingdom to the north.
Oh, the kingdom to the north.
Whatever's written on these documents is somehow the key to us recruiting the girls to our army. Is that what you're trying to tell us, new kid? Come on, spit it out. Getting that document translated isn't going to be easy. To breach the kingdom to the north, you will have to assume another identity. Your name is no longer Commander Douchebag. It is now Larry Babinski from Cleveland.
The quickest way to the kingdom to the north is through the Lost Forest. Head north, then north again, north, and then north.
The first stop was the photo dojo, so I could get myself a passport photo. I stepped onto the green screen, ready to smile for the camera.
That's great. Okay, smile. Do you have anything else you could wear? Could you try something else on?
And decided to stick with the same outfit.
Yeah, it's just not working. Let's try that other outfit.
Or not.
No. Tell you what, how about just no shirt at all? Let's try that.
I'm getting a really weird vibe from this guy. Something tells me he doesn't actually work here.
Yeah, that's gonna work better. Here we go. Oh, those pants don't work with the lighting. Could you roll up your pants? Or, you know what, just take the pants off too. Okay, that's good. Really nice. Yes, very nice. How about we lose the underwear? You sick son of a bitch! Stop him! You'll never take me alive!
I dealt with him pretty easily, and just like that, I had my passport. After leveling up stink bombs, I got changed back into my normal gear and made my way through the forest until I finally reached the border again. This time, I was allowed to cross, officially entering Canada. Immediately, everything became a whole lot more 2D. This place looked straight out of an old school Pokemon game. I found a shop, but unfortunately I had exactly $0 Canadian dollars, so I guess we're not going shopping just yet. Thankfully, there was also a bank nearby. I exchanged $20, which became 24 Canadian dollars, and there was even a hospital where I could heal. Definitely another Pokemon reference. Eventually, I reached the kingdom, where I met the prince and princess.
Well, well, what have we here? A hero from the south? Not just anyone can pass the guard at the Great Border. You must have beaten the odds and obtained a passport. I am the Prince of Canada, and this is my lovely wife. How can I help you? What's this? Sorry, but I don't know what this says. I've seen this language before, but I believe it's only spoken in a specific part of Canada. I suggest you travel west of here and seek out the Earl of Winnipeg. He can tell you where in Canada they speak this freakish tongue. But I warn you, the wilderness of Canada is filled with dire wolves. You know what dire wolves are, right? They're like wolves, but they're dire.
Unfortunately, they couldn't translate the document either. Instead, I was told to head west and seek out someone known as the Earl of Winnipeg. On my way out, this guy suddenly stopped me. I have absolutely no idea what he said or what I agreed to, so I just clicked 5x7. Pictures of the prince and princess. Thanks. Leaving Ottawa behind, I came across a cave and decided to take a look inside. There was a huge boulder blocking the path. I couldn't find any way past it, so I figured I'd come back later. As soon as I left, I got ambushed by a pack of wolves, and after dealing with them, I continued on into Winnipeg. Then I found a poor citizen who'd been attacked by some dire bears. Meeting the Earl of Winnipeg, he promised to help me, if I dealt with the bear problem first.
Ah, yes. This writing is definitely Canadian. But why should I help a foreigner when Winnipeg is completely overrun with dire bears? Tell you what, kill off all the dire bears in the north of town, and I'll help you however I can.
The bears didn't put up much of a fight, so I returned with their pelt, earning myself another friend.
By Jove, you've done it! Look at all these dire bear pelts. Now I can finally make a dire robe. All right, give me that document. Yes. This is actually written in the language of Eastern Canadian. The Minister of Montreal can translate it, but I'm afraid the Prince has imprisoned the Minister of Montreal in the caverns of Quebec. I will speak with the Prince. Return to him, and he should let you speak with the Minister. Boy, oh boy, I will have the most dire robe in all of Canada.
Next, I had to speak to the Prince of Canada again.
There you are. I understand you wish me to release the Minister of Montreal. I'd like to help you, but I think this might be another ploy by the Bishop of Banff to have Montreal allowed back into the kingdom. Some Canadians think our nation should be united again, my lord. Shut up! Who the f*** are you? Listen, it's all because the Bishop of Banff is a liberal. He does these things just to make life difficult for me. I must ask you to perform another noble quest. Go to Banff and kill the bishop. Kill the Bishop of Banff? Shh, you, shh. Kill the Bishop of Banff for me and bring me his balls as proof. Do this, and I shall allow you into the catacombs of Quebec. Make haste!
This time I need permission to visit the Minister of Montreal. Apparently I couldn't see him unless I first killed the Bishop of Banff. So off I went. Surely at this point I could have just used Google Translate or something. Anyway, I eventually arrived in Banff. Before reaching town though, I had to deal with a bunch of snakes that gave me AIDS. But apart from that, they weren't much of a threat. Inside Banff, I found the Bishop's church. Breaking a nearby vase let me stand on its pressure plate, opening the gate and revealing a chest. Inside was a discus of bleeding, an absolutely massive upgrade over my basketball. I equipped it immediately and challenged the Bishop. I opened the fight by testing out my new ranged weapon, before unleashing Professor Chaos. The Bishop responded by farting directly in my face, so naturally I hit him with a backstab. He tried healing himself, but before long he was defeated.
Okay, whoa. Please, you don't have to kill me. I'll go away and the Prince will never know I'm alive. Please, take these dire pig testicles and tell the Prince they're mine.
At this point I had a choice. Either finish the Bishop off, or take some pig testicles and pretend I'd killed him. Honestly though, he hadn't really done anything to me personally, so I spared him. I let the bishop go and returned to the prince. Instantly, I knew I'd made the right decision.
Is he dead? Did you kill him? Yay, the bishop's bars! Now religion won't interfere with government. How can we ever repay you?
You said you would free the Minister of Montreal, my lord.
Sorry, no can do. With both the bishop and the minister taken care of, my throne is secure.
But my liege, we made a promise.
Shh, you. Shh.
Quickly, you must speak with the Duke of Vancouver. He can help you get into the catacombs of Quebec. Give the Duke this. Hurry now.
Because the prince immediately backstabbed me anyway. Thankfully, the princess was actually willing to help. She handed me a letter, which I needed to deliver to the Duke of Vancouver. So I travelled over to Vancouver and spoke with him.
A letter from the princess? What the? Why, according to this, the prince had something to do with the bishop's murder and has imprisoned the minister unjustly. Young man, if you wish to brave the catacombs of Quebec, you would have to speak with the monks who live to the southeast of town. Only they could train you in such sorcery.
And my next destination was finding some mysterious monks. These documents better reveal the secrets of the universe at this point. While exploring, I found a chest containing a brand new melee weapon, along with a barbarian hat. And around this point, I realized there was another missable achievement, so back to America we go. I headed over to the city hall, and this achievement required me to fight on 4 major authority figures. First, Father Maxi. Second, the mayor. Third was Principal Victoria. And the 4th target was somewhere in Canada, so I'd have to remember that one later. While I was there, I also discovered I could become friends with everyone inside the community center, so I did exactly that, and that earned me another perk. I chose Let It Slide, making any debuffs applied to me wear off 1 turn earlier than usual. And then it was back to Canada. After crossing the river, I met this strange duo.
Who are you? Perhaps he is the American everyone is talking about, Terrence.
Nah, can't be. He can't be a master of spellcraft. He doesn't even know magic.
He probably doesn't even know how to fart.
And apparently they didn't think I could fart. If only they knew. I proved them wrong using Dragon Shout.
He knows Dragon Shout.
Any magician's apprentice to Dragon Shout. It's not like he farted into his hand and hit you in the face with it, Philip.
Cup a Spell.
Oh my God, he can cup a spell.
If he's really good, how come he can't sneak a fart behind your faz?
And Sneaky Squeaker.
The Sneaky Squeaker! Very impressive. He is worthy of our training after all.
Yes. Prepare thyself, child. It is time for you to learn some true magic.
Your magic is impressive, young American. Not since Eric von Thunderpants of Nova Scotia have we seen such prowess.
But now, you must learn to control your anus muscles in just the right way to change a spell's frequency.
Some objects seem too large to be damaged by magic, but now I will break through it with Nagasaki! Here, watch again.
Now you try. Believe in yourself. That's it. Now let us see how Nagasaki works in battle.
These 3 pedophiles from Alberta will have their way with you unless you damage them all with 1 move.
Nagasaki!
That's it! You have the power!
Philip and Terrence taught me a brand new fart ability and became my friends. With my new fart unlocked, I returned to the cave from earlier, and this time the boulder didn't stand a chance. A little further in, an entire army of animals was waiting for me, and we were badly outnumbered. So what better time than now to summon Mr. Hanky? Pretty effective. Eventually, I found the Minister of Montreal and farted on him. For some reason though, the achievement didn't unlock, so after doing a bit of research, I discovered I actually need to use Cup a Spell on the mayor, because a normal fart doesn't quite reach behind her desk. So I went back, used Cup a Spell instead, and the achievement finally popped. With that sorted, I returned to the Minister, and he finally translated the document.
Je suis libre! Je suis libre! Oh. N'avez-vous besoin de corrections traduites? Ok. Cela s'est traduit par cela, cela s'est traduit par cela. Voilà! Bonjour! Merci beaucoup!
I left Canada for good and handed it over to Annie. We could finally learn the secret hidden inside the message.
See, right here it says that 5 women were at the clinic that day. And right there it says Nancy Turner, 3:30 p.m.
That's Heidi's mom. So Heidi Turner was the two-faced bitch.
The evidence is irrefutable. Thanks, new kid. We now know it was Heidi Turner all along who was spreading the rumors.
Freaking whore. Two-faced butt rag. Fuck Heidi Turner and her two-faced ass.
But Heidi's really sorry, so we're deciding to forgive her. I love you guys so much. We love you too, Heidi. Yay! You've served the girls well, new kid. So you have our services. Tell the boys we will play their game. Sparkle! Sunshine!
At long last, the girls agreed to join our side. I leveled up stink bombs, equipped my newly acquired barbarian armor, picked up another chin Pokemon, and returned to Kyle.
Everyone listen up! The girls have agreed to fight by our side!
Huzzah! The pirates and the Federation factions are standing by to fight as well, my lord. Then the time for talk is over. Let us all make haste to Clyde's house!
Today, we are not elves and humans. Today, we fight as one.
What we do here now will be written and sung about on YouTube for days to come. Let us besiege the army of darkness with the courage of dragons. Let us delve their dungeon with swords and sorcery.
Let us charge our shields and use photon torpedoes to vaporize the Klingons.
Kevin, god damn it. Every f***ing time, Kevin. God damn it, seriously.
I'm sorry.
Armies of justice, prepare! Ready! And let's beat up Clyde!
Together, we charged towards Clyde's house with our biggest army yet. I blasted open the main gate with a fart, only to immediately realize there was another missable achievement here too. So I reloaded my save, headed over to Tom's rhinoplasty, and bought the Hoff nose job for $175. Okay, that was slightly more than a nose job. Hopefully I can get a refund later. But for now, this is the look we're rocking. I used my probe on the right side of the tower, allowing me to shut off the electricity and take out one of the guards. With that dealt with, I broke into the fortress. The first few guards didn't put up much of a fight, and around this point I remembered I'd unlocked Cartman as a buddy, so I had to see what he could do. I dropped down some ladders, and then dealt with the guards manning the rockets. Cartman's free ability is called Magic Missile. It's similar to Butter's Healing Touch, or Stan's Dog. It doesn't deal much damage, but it grosses out enemies, preventing them from healing. Looking at its main abilities, the first one was Flame Strike. It costs 6 power points, and sprays the first 2 enemies in a row with fire, inflicting burning if performed correctly. There weren't actually 2 enemies lined up here, but I wanted to test it out anyway, and honestly, it dealt some pretty solid damage. This next enemy was absolutely brutal. By the end of the round, he was almost dead, and still burning, so I figured I'd just let the fire finish him off while I focused on the other enemy. Cartman's second ability was Burning Cloud. He ignites his own flatulence with explosive results. This one can hit up to 4 enemies at once. It's safe to say, Cartman was quickly becoming my favourite buddy. I continued climbing the tower, where even more zombies were waiting, and after clearing them out, the pirates lowered another set of ladders so we could keep climbing. Battle after battle, we were finally getting closer to the Stick of Truth. Eventually, I reached the top of the tower, picked up another chin Pokemon, and turned the first wheel, opening half of the gate. This also seemed like a perfect opportunity to test Cartman's third ability, Curse. Cartman activates his V-chip and unleashes a storm of electricity against a single target. This guy is an absolute beast. I then fired off a rocket, destroying the second tower. Maybe not the best choice of words there. With the gate finally open, I headed inside, and waiting for me was Craig. The only problem was all the windows had been boarded up, stopping our army from getting inside. Stan threw a lantern through one of these gaps, I lit it with my farts, and the fight against Craig and his cows began. I figured taking out the cows first was probably the smartest move. That would turn the fight into a 2 versus 1, while also making my censoring job a little bit easier. Now it was just Craig, and when I say just Craig, this guy had 30,000 health. I opened up by grossing him out with Cartman, then followed it with a curse, instantly dealing around 4,000 damage. Of course, it wasn't going to stay that easy, because Craig can apparently clone himself, creating 4 new copies. Seeing that much health on screen was slightly concerning, so I decided to focus down one clone first, just to see what happened. Thankfully, they didn't actually have 30,000 health each. That's a little bit reassuring. The clones were immune to splash damage though, meaning Cartman's attacks weren't going to help too much here. I used a speed potion instead, allowing Cartman to eliminate the second clone, leaving only 3 left. Unfortunately though, these guys hit incredibly hard. By this point, I was drinking healing potions every single turn. Eventually, I defeated the 3rd clone, then the 4th, leaving only Craig himself. That's when he started channeling an attack, which was slightly concerning. If that attack went off, the fight is over. So I threw absolutely everything I had at him, and managed to interrupt it. Craig did manage to knock Cartman out in the process though, and I was quite literally 1 attack away from winning, when he summoned another wave of clones. Great. I didn't really have a choice, Cartman had to come back, so I revived him. Cleared out all the clones all over again, then started spamming speed potions, making sure Craig went down this time before he had a chance to summon even more. After the fight, I found a full set of knight armor, which I immediately equipped. This game somehow gets more insane with every single mission.
What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, it's my favorite kid! Listen, I found out what they were doing at the women's clinic. They were looking for a candidate to put a snook into. They're gonna nuke all of South Park.
A snook?
You boys don't understand. They've put the snook here.
Who did?
Whoever these people are claiming to be Taco Bell. We should have known. We should have known Taco Bell is far too compassionate and caring to be so secretive. The quality of their character, like the quality of their food, should have never come into question.
Dad, where is the woman with the snook?
They didn't put it in a woman.
Well, all I remember was that there were these big government guys, and they wrestled me to the floor at my house. And then I remember thinking, well, this is fun, but wait, is that a thermonuclear device? I'd had some drinks, so putting a thermonuclear device up my ass wasn't completely out of the question. Oh, Jesus Christ, how long do I have?
We don't know, Mr. Slave, but it could be a matter of minutes.
Well, what are you waiting for? Pull it out!
No! We can't just pull it out! Snooks have triggers on them! We have to abort it! From inside!
Oh, come on. Who knows how to do abortions and can get really, really small? Who could possibly be able to make themselves tiny and know something about abortions? Let's see. Who could there be?
I decided to leave the treehouse using the fire escape, and the entire town exploded. Okay, fine, I'll do it. I was now inside Mr. Slave. Down there, I met a mysterious frog.
New kid, you must find a way out of this place, or you will surely die. The way behind you is blocked by the large sphincter. Make haste to the large intestine. All will be made clear to you then.
I continued further until I reached some kind of sticky substance blocking the way, what could only be described as a deflated balloon. Nothing else, I assure you. After fighting through a bunch of bacteria, I climbed up some corn, and ahead of me was a battery. So I had to figure out which buddy could disable it. And while experimenting, I also realized I'd unlocked Kyle as a buddy too now. Turns out Stan's dog could simply pee on the battery, letting me continue. Kyle's free ability is called Rally Up, boosting our attack and abilities. Looking at his main skills, the first was Summon Elemental. Kyle calls forth a spirit from the frozen north to attack his enemies, kicking babies. Effective. Next came Windstorm, which summons fierce winds to blow debris into enemies' eyes. I'm still not entirely sure how the timing works on this one though. And finally, Rain of Arrows, blackening the skies of arrows from the mighty elven army. Kyle was definitely a solid buddy, but I still preferred Carmen's abilities. Along the way, I made friends with Mr. Hat and Big Gay Al. After breaking through this pool ball that somehow became lodged up here, I found a flashlight, put some batteries into it, and switched it on, immediately revealing an entire swarm of bats.
Ooh, Jesus Christ!
This guy needs help. Further ahead, I found a Sparrow Prince.
I am the Sparrow Prince. Like you, I was once used for pleasure as an animal plaything, and thus perished in this place. Now you must defeat my angry spirit in order to move forward. I know, I don't really sound that angry, but trust me, I am.
Defeating him was the only way forward. I cleared out the bacteria first, then started spamming attacks into the Sparrow. The only downside was it was immune to pretty much every single status effect I had. Bleeding, burning out, roast out, none of it affected him. Thankfully, he still went down without too much trouble. Eventually, I reached the device that controlled the bomb. It had a handicap sign next to it, so of course, I swapped Jimmy into the party to deal with it. I walked up to the bomb, and somehow this wasn't the first abortion I had to perform. It used the exact same minigame as the one of Randy earlier, so this time, I completed it without making a single mistake.
What is it, Mr. Slave? What are you feeling?
Oh, Jesus! Jesus Christ!
Great job, new kid. But your journey is not yet complete.
Yes, but should we ever need your services again, we will call.
Great job. You've disarmed the snook. South Park is saved.
Yes, and now let's finish this, new kid. Let's beat Clyde once and for all and take back the Stick of Truth. Fools, you thought you could conquer the Fortress of Darkness. Clyde, back away from that stuff. Oh, but I have yet to complete my army. You have come to witness the power of darkness.
Stop! Clyde! You have no idea what that stuff is!
Yeah, it's green sauce from Taco Bell. I took it from their construction site. Dude, that's not Taco Bell sauce. Then why'd I find it at the Taco Bell? It leaked out of a UFO, Clyde. It's toxic goo from another galaxy. Think about it. Since when does Taco Bell have a green sauce, dude?
Actually, since about a year ago.
What?
Taco Bell has green sauce now.
No way. They've had it longer than a year. I've always gotten spicy green burritos.
Yeah, no, I'm saying in the packets. They just started putting green sauce in packets.
How the fuck did I miss this? Ha-ha! I don't seem so foolish now, do I?
That doesn't mean you have Taco Bell green sauce, dip fuck.
Yeah, Clyde, why do you think that shit's glowing? Maybe because of the 3 varieties of chili peppers. Just give us the stick, asshole. Or what? You'll beat me up? Ha-ha! I've got another surprise for you.
I'm gonna make love to you, woman.
Get him, Commander Douchebag!
Then I confronted Clyde, who immediately revived Zombie Chef using the weird Greek goo from Taco Bell. This kid is about to end the world single-handedly. 73,000 health. These bosses just keep getting stronger, health-wise and damage-wise. I stuck with my usual strategy: backstabs, Cartman's curse, and healing every single round. Before long, he started channeling an attack, grabbing hold of me, one bite and I'd become a monster just like him. Thankfully, I managed to break free. It had been a while since I used my farts during combat, so I decided to unleash Nagasaki, costing a massive 100 mana. Pairing that with Cartman's fiery farts left the chef only a few hits away from defeat. One final attack later, the zombie chef was dealt with.
Eons of torment are at an end, ruler of darkness. Okay, you know what? I'm not playing anymore. You have broken the rules of the stick, and for that I banish thee. I banish thee from space and time! We did it, dude! That was awesome. You did it. Your noble quest is at an end. And for all your deeds and all your time put into this, I hereby promote you to King Douchebag. Congratulations.
Quickly, now let's get the stick back to safety before anyone can do...
We got him! We've got the Dragonborn!
Dragonborn? What the... Who, what?
So, it really is the Dragonborn. Just can't stop being a thorn in our side, huh?
He has the stick of truth.
How does this guy know you, King Douchebag?
King Douchebag? Is that what you told him your name was? Why didn't you tell them your real name, Dovahkiin? You don't remember, do you? How we tried to find you?
Look, that stick belongs with the Fighters of Zaron. Give it back.
Fighters of Zaron? Boys, what's going on here is much more complex than that. This isn't the first time a UFO has crashed to Earth. You see, in 1947, a UFO crashed in Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, God. Oh, brother, spare us.
Hang on a sec. A UFO crashed in Roswell, and a new government agency was created to investigate the paranormal. Our agency.
Can we skip this? Like, hit the skip button or something?
Oh, you don't want to skip this.
Yes, we do.
Whenever aliens are spotted, vampires run amok, our agency is there, and we have never lost a fight. That is, until 4 years ago when we investigated a child.
Yawn, yawn, yawn.
A child who had an unnatural power inside him. I had orders from the president to secure the child so that we could harness his powers before our enemies could. But he slipped through our hands.
The government wants the new kid for his farts? That's dumb.
His farts? No! His amazing ability to make friends so quickly on any social network. Before he was 5 years old, he had 3.2 billion friends on Facebook alone. Do you have any idea the power that kind of gift yields in today's world? It's time to come with us, Dovahkiin. Time to stop resisting and use your gift for your country.
Is he really still talking?
Are we so different, you and I, Dovahkiin? You have to do what the government tells you to do, just like me. We're all just pawns in their game. I'll admit you are fascinating. You have more power than any child I've ever come across, and yet all you seem to really care about is this. It must be very important. What does it do?
Whoever controls the stick controls the universe, dumbass. Yeah, stupid.
Controls the... But then... I wouldn't have to do what I was told anymore. I could... I control the universe! Get back! Back, I say, all of you! I can do anything! Anything I want! I no longer need you, new kid! I control the universe! Damn thing! How does it work? Show me how it works!
Yeah, right.
Dovahkiin, why should we be on the opposite sides? Join me, Dovahkiin. Rule by my side. Rule. And you can have this all to yourself forever. I can offer you all. Just get me safely out of here. You can rule with this once again.
You underestimated the character of the fighters of Zaron. What binds us is more than that relic.
And you failed to recognize the character of our alliance.
Yes, and that friendship is more important to any of us than even the stick of truth.
Dude, where are you going?
Princess Kenny!
At least one of you has some sense?
You'd sell us all out?
But why, Princess Kenny?
Because Princess Kinney was born a half-orc, whose entire village was wiped out by humans and elves.
Morgan Freeman?
You see, when humans and elves lived together in the forest of Hollow Falls, an elven queen fell in love with the orc known as Dandar, the first one to possess the Stick of Truth. They loved in secret and had a child. A beautiful little girl, a girl who watched as everyone she loved was killed in cold blood. And that is why she waited and plotted all this time to take the stick from you. For Princess Kinney is true heir to the Stick of Truth.
Wow, that's pretty cute.
Just one thing, Morgan Freeman. How come every time something convoluted needs explaining, you show up?
Because every time I show up and explain something, I earn a freckle.
Princess Kenny, come back here!
Somehow though, the story managed to get even crazier. Princess Kenny had not only joined forces with our enemies, but had stolen the Stick of Truth as well, betraying every single one of us. Now the only reason I was still wearing this Hasselhoff face was because of Princess Kenny. Apparently there's an achievement for defeating him while wearing it. My thief outfit from the very beginning had also reached level 13, so I swapped back into it now that it wasn't completely underpowered anymore. And thank God, there was a shop up here. I was running dangerously low on consumables. I sold off another pile of junk and stocked back up on potions, and then it was finally time to face Princess Kenny. I opened with a backstab, followed by execute, hit him with a magic missile to gross him out, then followed it up with a curse for some huge damage. Now that my potion supply had been replenished, I felt unstoppable. Eventually, I defeated Princess Kenny, but of course, that wasn't actually the end.
It's all over, Princess Kenny. Douchebag is too powerful for you.
What's she doing? No, Kenny, don't drink that!
Nazi zombie Princess Kenny!
Kenny immediately transformed into a zombie, stronger than ever. Catman retreated, leaving just me and Stan to finish the fight, and I was already missing him. Stan was okay, but nowhere near as good, but hopefully his dog could make up for it. Lowering Kenny's defense was going to help a lot here. Kenny then summoned his zombie unicorn. After I completely messed up the dodge, it dealt an insane amount of damage. It also grossed me out, meaning I could not heal. This was bad. I immediately used a cure potion, managed to get Kenny down to 20,000 health, and healed myself while controlling Stan. I was pretty convinced Stan was finished once Kenny got another turn, but thankfully Kenny targeted me instead, giving me the chance to cure Stan too. While dropping Kenny to the 7,000 health, looking at our health bars compared to his, I knew the fight was basically over. One more hit, and Kenny finally went down.
Oh my god! You killed Kenny! Yeah, bet! Oh, no, wait, he's back!
Or not, because he revived himself. Are we serious? I defeated him a second time, and he revived again. This time Jimmy joined the battle. Kenny summoned an army of rats, which I somehow managed to charm using Jimmy's musical talents, then Butters joined the fight as well. I defeated Princess Kenny again, but he just refused to die. Every time I took him down, he would simply revive.
She doesn't stay dead. We can't beat her.
Dude, we're fucked. There's no way.
There is one way. We're gonna have to break the gentleman's code.
What? Cartman, you can't possibly mean...
What other choice do we have, Cal? King Douchebag, you remember long ago, I made you swear an oath to never fart on anyone's balls. I am now asking you to break that oath. He's right. It's our only chance. Fart on Princess Kenny's balls, King Douchebag. Do it!
There was only one solution, the one thing we all swore we'd never do. Farts on someone's balls. So I did it.
What? We're back to normal. We're cured!
We're all better now, Daddy.
That's right, son. The Dragonborn must have farted on a princess's balls.
You guys sure about this?
There's no other way. It drove our friend to madness and nearly killed us all. So what do you guys want to play now? How about Dinosaur Hunters?
Or pharaohs and mummies?
Let's ask Douchebag. What do you want to play next, dude?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Wow, what a dick.
Wow, what a beautiful ending. But don't go anywhere. We've still got plenty of achievements left before this game is truly 100%. I also unlocked an achievement for defeating Kenny while living with AIDS. That wasn't even intentional, but I'd happily take it. Now, let's finish off the remaining achievements. First, I defeated Kenny one more time, this time while wearing the makeover outfit the girls gave me earlier, unlocking the 2 girls 1 stick achievement. Next, I fighted on everybody in the game, opened every garage in South Park, collected half of all the available costume sets, and spent $500. Back in my room, I noticed one of the gnomes was still hanging around, and he gave me a quest to collect underpants from houses across South Park. Apparently, I already collected 3 out of 5, which honestly doesn't surprise me at this point, so I only needed 2 more. I collected Stan's underpants, along with his parents, then I returned to the gnome, completing the quest, unlocking him as a friend, and earning another perk point. I spent it on Sucker Punch, making my very first attack in every battle deal extra damage. After that, I headed back into the sewers. There, I found the crab people. Now that I'd unlocked Nagasaki, I could finally destroy this boulder. Behind it was a full set of crab armor, and it also let me greet the crab. I became friends with him, earning another achievement for befriending both the crab people and the gnomes. Next up, I had to fart on a dog while in gnome form, so I headed straight into the forest, defeated a few wild dogs, shrunk myself down, and let one rip. And finally, I defeated 20 enemies using Carmen's farts. As for the rest of the achievements, I had to start an entirely new playthrough. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again because this was probably another 10 to 15 hours of replaying the entire story, but unfortunately I'd missed a handful of collectibles on my first run. Things like friends, chin Pokemon, and other missable collectibles only give you a single chance to obtain them. So, long story short, I played through the entire game again, collecting every friend, every costume piece, every weapon, every chin Pokemon. At the same time, I also had to complete 2 more achievement requirements. Beat the entire game without selling a single item, and finish every fight without leaving a buddy knocked out. The no selling challenge was honestly pretty rough, but keeping my buddy alive at the end of every fight wasn't actually too bad. They were allowed to get knocked out during combat, I just couldn't end the battle while it was still down. So all I had to do was make sure I revived them before landing the final hit. And just like that, 100% completion of South Park: The Stick of Truth. This video took a while to make, so if you made it this far, consider subscribing and supporting the channel, I'd really appreciate it. And if you'd like to see me 100% the sequel, South Park: The Fractured Butthole, let me know down in the comments. That's going to be it for this one, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.